This is Atomic Shinobi, and today I'm going to narrate what if Naruto awakened an unknown power which erased Kyuubi's existence. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Now, wasting no more time, let's start the story.
Devil Gene. But there is another stage in the Sharingan. One that the first known Uchiha in Konoha unlocked, Madara Uchiha and Itachi Uchiha had unlocked, the Mangekyo Sharingan. In order to attain this stage, you must kill your closest friend. The Devil Gene is awakened at a certain extent and slowly drives the user to madness due to prolonged use. So how come you can use it? Asked Sarutobi. Replied that everyone had the Devil Gene inside of them, but it is dormant and can't be unlocked, though I can't explain it why I am the only one able to unlock it. Sarutobi responded, well, all that matters is that you are back. Also you will be giving the Namikaze estate near the Hyuga estate and your account will be transferred under your name. Naruto responded, Oji.san, I would appreciate it if I could go by my mother's maiden name still. I haven't forgiven my father just yet. Sarutobi replied, of course, Naruto, take your time. So what type of training did you do? Naruto replied, I mastered the styles of Jeet Kune Do, Kazama style self defense, Mishima style karate and capoeira, the styles that the Jubi once practiced. I have no ninjutsu except the E-rank jutsus Henge and Kawarimi or any genjutsu, so I would like to enroll myself at the academy again. Sarutobi replied, I figured you might say that, so I have already done all of that. Naruto replied, thanks, Sarutobi.Oji.san, it is good to see you again. Now for you being honest with me. I will ease your suffering a bit more. Try using clones to help with your work, maybe Tsuchi Bunshins may help you. Sarutobi hit his forehead. I am nicknamed the professor and yet I could never figure out how to defeat paperwork at all. Thank you, Naruto. Now I will help you out. Here is a scroll contained the Jutsu Cage Bunshin. Since you have a large chakra capacity, you should be able to pull it off without the effects of fatigue. Grabbing the scroll, Naruto tucked it into his pocket and said, thanks, Oji.san, now I am off. I sense that Naruto has gotten stronger, now I hope that nobody angers him or they will suffer his wrath along with my own. Sarutobi thought as he began working with his Tsuchi Bunshin after Naruto leapt out the window. Courtyard. Ignoring the glares and murmurs of the villagers, Naruto proceeded down the village courtyard until one of the fools had the audacity to hurl a rock at his back. Naruto was struck in the middle, and the former Jinchuriki slowly turned to confront the assailant. Naruto remarked, I will not go back to enduring countless abuse from you idiots, no more. The idiot smiled and said, get the hell out of here, demon. He sprang into motion and threw the brazen fool into the garbage can with a tsunami kick. Anybody else wants some? He asked the other villagers, who were taken aback that he had truly retaliated against them. The residents retreated and Naruto replied, good, because I am not taking any of this shit anymore. You hit me, I hit you back, but if you ever try to hurt anybody I care about, I swear to fucking Kami, I will kill your loved ones before your very eyes before I kill you. Naruto made sure to be very clear with them about his intention to kill, which left some of them shaken or unconscious. The former Jinchuriki then approached Ichiraku Ramen and said, please give me 3 bowls of miso ramen. With his back to us, Tucci said, all right then. Naruto? Is that you? He asked as he turned to face Naruto. Hey Tucci.Oji.san, how is Ayame? Chan? Asked Naruto. With a shout, Tucci said, Ayame, come here. Ayame replied, unless it is the Hokage or the people who respect Naruto, I am not coming out. I promise you will enjoy this one, Tucci said. Without observing Naruto, Ayame emerged. Okay, what is the big idea, San? Tucci asked, bending his head toward Naruto, and Ayame followed his eyes. Naruto.kun? She asked. When Ayame unexpectedly glomped on Naruto, he said, nice to see you too, Ayame-chan. He responded with a scream. Why didn't you tell us that you were leaving the village? We were worried about you, that you were hurt or dead when you didn't show him for ramen the day after. Tucci responded, Ayame, you can't blame the boy for that, he took so much abuse until he just couldn't take any more from those bastards. Naruto replied, Oji.san, she is right, I should have said goodbye to you too before running off, but I was so angry that I only thought of myself. Naruto nodded, and Ayame and her father went to the back to place their orders. Well, you're back, so how about that ramen? Ayame asked. So, I heard you say that you didn't sell to anybody except the Hokage and those who respected me. Who were they? Naruto inquired while eating a few minutes later. Replied, well, there was a Hyuga girl about your age, your teacher, the Hokage's son, a woman named Kurenai, a man named Kakashi, a weird green spandex wearing man, some of your old classmates except that girl who you had a crush on." Naruto's expression was unimpressed. He had grown tired of Sakura after realizing that she wasn't the right fit for him and that her mother was a total bitch who served on the council. "We only sold to them, that's why our business is still here, and we also have the protection of the Hokage, making sure that we were not attacked at all," Ayame said. Naruto thanked Sarutobi in silence for his work. The previous Jinchuriki replied, "It was nice to see you again, Tuchi.og.san, Ayame. Chan. I better get to class so I can protect this restaurant." After the boy had walked a few feet and turned his head, Tuchi and Ayame gave him a gentle smile and said, "And Ayame. Chan, you have grown quite beautiful too." Tuchi chuckled heartily at Ayame's red face as she flushed. She blushed even more when she realized Naruto was only wearing a jacket and not a shirt, and she got a clear view of his chest. Classroom. While Iruka was lecturing, Naruto located the room and muttered, "Showtime." He then kicked the door off its hinges, causing it to crash into the wall and past his face. Shikamaru in particular was awakened from his sleep by this. "Naruto?" Iruka gasped, turning abruptly to face the figure. As Naruto entered the room, the students began whispering and muttering. A few of the girls blushed at his partially uncovered chest, including one Hyuga. Naruto glanced at the pupils out of the corner of his eye. While some of the students' eyes widened at the new outfit, others, whom he knew were from the civilian council, were glaring daggers at him. The clan heirs were grinning at him. Sakura, his former crush, was staring at the new Naruto, and Sasuke was giving him a suspicious look as he tried to gauge his strength against his own. With a proud smirk, Naruto declared, "I'm back, and better than ever." Kiba asked, "What? Where did you go?" Naruto replied, "That is none of your concern, Kiba-san. I prefer to keep that place at my discretion." Sasuke replied, "Tell me where you went. You must have gotten stronger than last time 6 years ago." As he turned to face the Uchiha, Naruto said, "You're right, Uchiha. I have gotten stronger, but like I said, I prefer to keep that place under discretion." "Are you supposed to evaluate my skills or something?" he asked, turning to face Iruka. Iruka responded, "Well, Hokage. Sama did mention that you were exceptional in taijutsu." Naruto responded, "Do you have an older genin or something? I think I might kill him or her during the fight if I do so." This is what Sasuke said, "You will fight me." Naruto pondered, "Though I wouldn't bother with him, I do think his ass needs to get knocked down a few pegs." "All right," said the former Jinchuriki, "I'll give you a treat once, Uchiha. Once I defeat you, you will kneel before me," Sasuke declared. "Say that after you defeat me, Uchiha," said Naruto. Arena. "Okay. This is taijutsu only. No weapons, no jutsu, no nothing. If either of you start any hand signs, I will disqualify you and have the Hokage carry out your punishment, no exceptions." Iruka responded, "Comprende?" Staring at Sasuke, Naruto declared, "I got it." Turning to face Sasuke, Iruka said, "Oh, this means you too, Uchiha-san." According to Sasuke, yeah, whatever. The match between Naruto Uzumaki versus Sasuke Uchiha. "Ready? Begin," Iruka declared. Sasuke entered the Uchiha Taijutsu style, which is capable of releasing its full power upon the awakening of the Sharingan. When Naruto assumed the Mishima-style stance, Sasuke remarked, "I don't recognize that stance." Naruto thought, so many styles to kick his ass with, but which one? I guess I will settle with Mishima style. Naruto replied, "I will at least tell you its name. The style is called Mishima style karate." Naruto kicked Sasuke in the torso after blocking his initial attack on his torso. Then, without giving Sasuke an opportunity to defend himself, Naruto started punching him. "Are you done yet?" asked the Devil Gene wielder after he knocked Sasuke to his ass. After giving him a quick glance, Sasuke attempted to sucker punch Naruto, but the young man swerved back, saying, "I guess not then." With a war cry, Sasuke charged at him, but Naruto easily parried his blow and punched him in the stomach. Naruto turned and kicked Sasuke with his left leg after he stepped back, holding his stomach, and kneed him in the face with his right leg. "TCH, come on, man, don't waste my time. I thought you were supposed to the best of the best. I guess all those compliments got to your head, Naruto chided. When Sasuke began to bounce on the balls of his feet in a boxing stance, Naruto quirkled an eyebrow and remarked, "Interesting, this should be fun now." Sasuke ran and attempted a series of dragon kicks, but Naruto blocked each one with his forearms. "I was just testing you," the Uchiha declared, "but now I will get serious." Naruto kicked his shin to initiate contact. but Sasuke stepped aside and punched Naruto in the face. With a sly smile, the former Jinchuriki said, "Niece, you actually got one hit on me. Let's see you try that again." Naruto fainted as Sasuke bounced near him, but he retreated when Sasuke caught him off guard and swiped at him. Fortunately, if Naruto hadn't been attempting to kill him, the force would have smashed his head, but the concrete was familiar with Sasuke's back. Naruto ran at him, ducked under his punch to grab his waist, and spun around to make Sasuke lose his balance before performing a suplex. Then, with a painful tug, Naruto took hold of Sasuke's arm and wrapped his legs around it. When Naruto yelled, tap out now," the Uchiha clenched his teeth in agony. Despite his pain, Sasuke, who was as obstinate as an ass, attempted to break free from Naruto's hold. A few minutes later, Naruto freed the Uchiha from his bond after he slapped his hand against the ground. Iruka exclaimed, "Shosha! Uzumaki Naruto." Sasuke thought, "I lost, damn it." When everyone had left class and was heading home, Naruto approached his former sensei and said, Iruka. "Sensei, can I get a student tutor? I kinda need a crash course in this year." "Well, Sakura can," Iruka said. "Next," said Naruto. Says Iruka, "Why not?" The previous Jinchuriki replied, "Because Sakura is the type of person that is oblivious to everything in the world except her and Sasuke like all these other bitches. Now can you give me a kunoichi that doesn't worship the feet of the Uchiha?" "Well, there is Hinata Hyuga," Iruka remarked. Naruto was thinking, Hinata? Wait, Hyuga? That must be the girl that Ayame was talking about then. According to Naruto, I will take her then. Hinata, can you come here for a moment? Iruka asked. A shy girl with indigo hair, wearing an oversized coat and anbu style pants, approached Naruto and Iruka. "Why?" "Yes, Iruka. Sensei." Iruka added, "Naruto needs a tutor for this year, preferably a student tutor. I would like it if you could tutor him for the next 6 months. Tutoring en Naruto.kun? Alone? Hinata asked herself. The girl's pointer fingers pressed together as she flushed violently. Naruto was thinking, as I thought she has a crush on me, but she lacks confidence too. I have to fix that quickly or she will get herself killed. Naruto said, "So what time are you free, Hinata?" After giving a nod of approval. I believe, around 5 or 6, Hinata said. Naruto replied, "I will meet you at Ichiraku Ramen by 5:30 then." Naruto looked at Hinata and said, "I believe that I can use this to my advantage. I do kinda like her and I also need an ear on the inside to deal with those Hyuga elders and some of the main family. Now I know that all of the clan heirs like me, which means that the clan heads are the ones that tried to defend me. Heishi is indifferent and often switch sides to his favor, which leaves the old bastards, the Cyclops and his army of rude bitches and those asses on the civilian council members. Now to visit the council since I believe that they will send an Anbu to fetch me in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He was picked up by an ANBU, as expected, but he recognized the mask, from the hospital 6 years prior. "Hello, Neko. Chan, I assume that the council requests my presence, correct?" Naruto replied. Neko gave a nod. "It's good to see you too, Naruto, and yes, the council wishes to see you." "Well, then time to give them hell, Naruto said with a gloomy smile. Neko put a hand on his shoulder and shunshin to the meeting room, almost grinning, indeed. Meeting room. When Naruto and Neko entered the room with Sarutobi, the elders, Danzo, the clan heads, and the civilian council, it was crowded with murmurs and internal conversations. "But, you rang?" asked Naruto. Homura replied, "We have called you today about your disappearance and what kind of training you have undergone." Naruto replied, "My disappearance? I just travel all over the world for 6 months, learning different trades, and my training is none of your concern after all. A ninja doesn't give out any secrets to anyone, even his comrades or enemies." "What is this Mishima-style karate?" inquired Danzo. Naruto turned to face him and said, "So you were the one who sent that person to observe me." Naruto went on, "I didn't know that you didn't trust your own comrades at all, old man. You wouldn't have to get your own Anbu squads." Danzo didn't flinch, but he was perspiring inwardly. "You still have root up, Danzo?" asked Sarutobi. Danzo continued, "Only to ensure the loyalty of those who are suspicious to becoming traitors to Konoha." Naruto replied, "You're right to watch me, because the only reason why this place is still standing is the Sandaime Hokage. If something were to happen to him, I would know who it is or who had the motive, Danzo. Since you have the most motive being pushed out of the bid to becoming Hokage, I see you have the grudge against Sarutobi.G.San." It occurred to Danzo, He is on to me. Naruto replied, now back to business, I learned different trades and no, I will definitely not teach the Uchiha anything. According to Homura, why not? Naruto replied, because he is a selfish, arrogant brat who wants power to be given to him on a silver platter. His family was destroyed and the council is kissing his ass while I saved your ass from the Kyuubi. Yes, I know the secret. And yet no one except the old man. The Ichiraku family and several of the clan heads including some Enbu tried to help me. How ironic is that? Koharu replied, that is because the Sharingan is the most powerful tool in Konoha. Naruto replied, bitch please, even if he somehow activates it, I can still be able to kick his ass. The Sharingan has a flaw like any other dojutsu, it must pierce through the eyes of the opponent to exact its true potential. I learned to fight blindfolded and I am pretty sure that there are jutsu to help hinder the Sharingan. It is not all powerful, now the Kyuubi, a beast with infinite power and chakra to use, able to destroy a mountain with one flick of its tail all sealed into me. I could kill everyone in this room without breaking a sweat. Danzo, Homura, Koharu, and the civilian council all perspired when they realized that Naruto was correct. He would be unstoppable with the Kyuubi's power, and they simply turned him into their enemy by mistreating him for 6 years. Naruto replied, my loyalty is to the Hokage only, I will answer to only him or her depending on the next one. The council can't order me to do anything unless it considers me or my interest. Sarutobi replied, well said, Naruto. Now you will have your possessions and inheritance from your father and mother. What? He has no family, he is just an orphan, said a chubby civilian merchant. Naruto responded, for being part of the strongest village, some of you are really stupid. Now the Yondaime had sealed the Kyuubi into me and there were other babies, but why did he choose me? Shikaku.san, can you answer this? Shikaku responded, it is too troublesome to not notice the answer because the Yondaime trusts you more than anyone since some of the clan would try to exploit that baby for power. And who else to trust but your own son? With a smile, Naruto said, yep, that is correct, I am indeed the Yondaime's son. Just take off the whiskers and I am a mini clone of him. The civilian side gasped in surprise. The council member from Haruno stammered, but that's I. Impossible. Minato. Never marry anyone. Sarutobi responded, on the contrary, Yasha, Minato did marry. The surname should be obvious. Yasha hissed, he marries that skank. Naruto flashed and held her in the air with the neck. Listen, bitch, and listen well. Just because you were some slut trying to get in my father's pants and failed to do so does not, I repeat, does not give the right to insult the one who gave me life. And don't even think about having your daughter tried to get in mine to try and spend my inheritance because I will not have it at all. You lost because you didn't catch my father's eye at all and I am glad that he didn't. Yasha weakly clawed at her throat, which Naruto's hideous hold was gradually crushing. According to Sarutobi, Naruto, enough. With a growl, Naruto said, as you wish. After he abruptly dropped her to the ground, Yasha lay there coughing uncontrollably. It does not matter, you can't claim the inheritance since the marriage was not recorded, Yasha said, hoarsely massaging her throat. With a cunning grin, Sarutobi threw them on the table in front of the gaping Yasha and said, that is where you were wrong. I married them in secret since Minato didn't want to be married to you, Yasha. His witnesses were Jiraiya and Tsunade, plus I have the documents here. Yasha yelled, you asshole, you knew this all along. Instead, Sarutobi responded, Yasha, you were away scheming to get Minato ever since Fugaku got married to Mikoto. Minato used to like you until you destroyed that chance that night he found you sleeping with another man while you were dating. When he met Kushina and made a name for himself, you became sullen and would stop at nothing to try and break them up. Hell, you even tried killing her during the Jonin exams with a cheap shot and Minato kicked your ass for that. Seriously? San kicked her ass? Laughed Naruto. Sarutobi responded, yes, Ms. Yasha over there was 24 years old with a broken leg, bruised face, 5 ribs broken, a concussion, a black eye and dislocated shoulder. She was in the hospital for a month recovering after Minato was through with her. Naruto exclaimed, damn, and she still didn't get a hint. On another note, do you have pictures? Sarutobi continued, unfortunately, she thought it was a front to get into Kushina's panties, then hit her and quit her. She never knew what she had until it was gone and hell yay, I even got it on tape to laugh. Remembering Minato kicking her ass all over the floor, Yasha became enraged at the laughing couple. Naruto replied, okay, you are definitely not getting into my family no matter what. Sarutobi was whispering, are you going to reveal your power or what? Because they may enforce the CRA on you. So be it. They're bound to know anyway, Naruto remarked. After closing his eyes, Naruto's hands transformed into claws, long black wings emerged from his back, and a seal appeared on his chest and forehead. According to Naruto, this is my power, my bloodline. I might as well show you since someone was bound to see me like this. Horns emerged from his temples. You will have the CRA applied to you, Homura stated. Naruto said, on one condition, I get to choose the girls before I turn 16, as Yasha smiled. Sume responded, that is agreeable, you must have at least 8 girls or we will choose the remaining ones for you. As Naruto put it, I agree to the terms. Heishi pondered, this might get to my advantage, I can get rid of the council and let Hinata be with the one she loves. As Inoichi reflected, I hope Ino gets over the Uchiha soon. Sume replied, he is a sexy one, I would not mind, no, bad Sume, bad girl. Yasha pondered, if I can just seduce him or have my daughter to get with him, I can get his fortune. I need to win him over before it's too late, Danzo thought. Sarutobi stated, Naruto Uzumaki will be known as Naruto Namikaze if he can pass the evaluation test. Who am I fighting? Asked Naruto. Sarutobi stated, you will be fighting by the categories of Taijutsu, Ninjutsu and Genjutsu. Maeda Gai for Taijutsu, Kakashi Hitaki for Ninjutsu and Kurenai Yuhi for Genjutsu. Naruto replied, that is fine then, I will not use my bloodline against either of them. I thought you said that you didn't know any ninjutsu, Sarutobi remarked. Naruto replied, I can't tell you everything that I am good at, Oji.san. How else I am going to kick your ass? Sarutobi laughed as he said, everyone, this mission is adjourned and we will meet at Training Area 18, also you can bring your clan heirs to witness the fight. Training Area 18. Naruto stood in the center of the space occupied by the clan chief, civilian council, and Sasuke and Sarutobi, among other heirs. The first match with Taijutsu. Naruto Uzumaki vs Maeda Gai. Suddenly, a man wearing green spandex with orange leg warmers, a bowl cut, and beady eyes emerge. Dude, I hope your fighting skills are not as bad as your dress code. What in the name of Kami possessed you to wear that crap? Replied Naruto. Gai chuckled, ah, my youthful friend, my fighting skills are the best here. They are as hot as my flames of youth. Flames of youth? Naruto pondered as a drop of sweat formed behind his head. According to Sarutobi, contestants ready. You may begin. The Hokage yelled after Naruto and Gai nodded. Gai assumed the Goken stance, while Naruto assumed the Kazama self-defense stance. What style is that? An inquisitive Gai asked. I'll let you know if you win, Naruto said. Gai underestimated Naruto by moving at half speed. Konoha Senpu! Yelled Gai, and Naruto leaned back to dodge the high kick before placing his hands on the ground and raising his legs to dodge the low kick that was concealed. Gai attempted to move behind Naruto, but he backflipped and twisted to the side. Naruto kicked him in the face to stop him. Naruto gave Gai a high kick to the chin before bringing his leg down on his head as he twisted sideways. Gai's head sank farther into the earth and Naruto took a step back. Gai.san, never underestimate your opponent no matter how he looks. Reaching down, Gai took his weights out of his orange leg warmers and threw them away. Good job, my youthful friend. I guess I need to get serious. Gai stood up, blood streaming down his face. When the weights created a large mushroom dust cloud, Naruto arched an eyebrow. Naruto took off his arm and shin guards for a minute, exposing seals on his arms, and said, weights, huh? He had 6 chain links, and Naruto uttered the words, Gravity Chain Link Seal 4x Release. Naruto started to bounce around after the 4 chain links on his arms and legs vanished, making him feel a little lighter than usual. Naruto said, assuming the Kazama self-defense stance once more, okay, now we can begin. Naruto and Gai both nodded and sped ahead, except for the Hokage and the Jonin, who could make out some of their movements, they were a blur. Sasuke pondered, how the hell he is moving so fast, what are those seals on his body? A friend named Kurenai heard Anko say, holy shit, Nai-chan, that kid is fast. No, he is faster than Gai, Kurenai remarked. How? Asked Anko. Hana Inazaka, a friend of hers, responded, Naruto released only 4 chain links on his body, there are still 2 left for him to unleash, but it seems that Naruto wanted to match Gai. If this was a strength test, I think Gai would have the upper hand in speed, Naruto would will hands down. It will be a match of endurance between the two. According to Anko, then the kid will win this match. If he was able to endure the abuse for 6 years, then this should be a problem to him. Konoha Daizenpu, exclaimed Gai. White Heron, cried Naruto sharply. The Jonin fully engaged Naruto's move after avoiding Guy's move. When Guy took a step back, Naruto caught hold of his arm and threw him to the ground. Naruto then leapt on his chest and delivered a 1-2 punch to him. Naruto hurried to seize Guy's arms and dislocated them with a crack as he attempted to stand up. Enough. Good, Naruto. I declare Naruto Uzumaki the winner. Next, Kakashi Hatake for ninjutsu. A silver-haired Jonin advanced holding an orange book, his Hite.8 slanted over his left eye. Gravity Chain Link 4x Seal. Murmured Naruto. His arms and legs were once again covered in chain links. The young man then grinned and turned to face Kakashi, saying, "It's been a long time, Inu." With a smile, Kakashi said, "So, you remember me?" Naruto replied, "You have not changed your hairstyle at all, and you may want to put that book away or you will get hurt." "That is true," Kakashi observed. He spread his legs and put Icha Paradise away for later. Ninjutsu match. Kakashi Hatake vs Naruto Uzumaki. Kakashi yelled, "Kaden! Gukaku no Jutsu," as he leapt back and flipped through hand signals. Breathing wind into the spiraling ball, Naruto ducked and yelled, "Fuden! Rasenkatama!" before hurling it at Kakashi. As the Jonin retreated from it, a massive explosion occurred at the location where the Cyclops had been. Kakashi was shocked and thought, he knows how to do nature manipulation. Then Naruto yelled, "Raiden! Ikazuki Hakai!" while flipping through hand signals. Kakashi had to back off to keep from falling into the crater after he slammed his palm into the ground. Although it was technically true, Sato was regarded as a teacher because Naruto learned nature manipulation from his memories. "I am impressive. You know nature manipulation well." Naruto added, "I happened to come across a teacher who taught me nature manipulation before I came here." Kakashi responded, "I have a feeling that I have to get serious with you." To Sasuke's surprise, he removed his headband to reveal a Sharingan eye. The Uchiha wondered, how does he have the Sharingan? Naruto responded, "Let me guess, Uchiha was a friend of yours and gave you his Sharingan, correct?" According to Kakashi, that is the gist of it, but yeah. According to Naruto, "Oh, well, best get back to action." Suiden. Suiryuden no Jutsu. Kakashi nodded and flipped through hand signals. A water dragon roared as it emerged from the lake and approached Naruto. "HMPH, be gone, dragon." Raiden. Jabashi. He threw a blue-purple electric wave from his arms, and because lightning is powerful against water according to the nature chart, it struck the dragon. According to Kakashi, son of a Raiden. Hiraishin. Kakashi's eyes widened as Naruto emerged behind him. Hiraishin? He thought, as the Sharingan wielder had retreated into the trees to avoid being stunned to death by the attack. "Take this. Fuden. Senpuken." Naruto smirked as he clenched his fist and wind encircled his arm as he struck Kakashi with lightning covering his hand. The Jonin moved away from the spot. Kakashi was unable to dodge at all when Naruto punched him, and the whirlwind hit him full force. The Jonin struggled to rise after Kakashi was sucked into the whirlwind and thrown to the ground, only to discover Naruto holding a Rasenkatama to use against him. With a pant, Kakashi remarked, "I concede, you are pretty strong. Or you just want to read your book, deadpan Naruto." Kakashi responded, "That and you might kill me if we continue our match." "True," said the former Jinchuriki. Sarutobi responded, "Winner by forfeit, Naruto Uzumaki." Next, Genjutsu match with Kurenai Yuhi. "But would you like a rest before you battle her, Naruto?" "I could use at least 15 minutes, Naruto said, nodding. Naruto. The boy took a seat on a tree trunk away from the other onlookers and quietly drank his bottle of water while taking in the forest. "I have no idea why, but being in the forest, just listening to everything is kinda soothing to me." A branch suddenly snapped, and Naruto turned to see Hinata approaching from behind. Naruto questioned, "Hinata, what are you doing here?" In response, the shy girl said, I wanted T.to. Spit it out, woman, for Kami's sake," Naruto said. Hinata said, "I wanted to see how you were doing." Naruto replied, "There, that is better. Remind me to work on your confidence. It seems that you tend to be a little bit too shy for my taste. I mean, yeah, you are not arrogant like the others, no offense, but really it is going to get you killed." To which Hinata replied, I'm sorry." Sighing, "Hinata, don't apologize. Instead I am going to help you since you are helping me with my schoolwork." "So, really?" she asked. In response, Naruto said, "Yes, I will help you." After getting up and passing her, he paused and uttered the words, "And Hinata?" "Yes?" Hinata asked, raising her head. Naruto stated, if you want to win me over, you best get stronger. I do like you for your kind and caring nature, but you must realize that you must be vigilant to your enemies no matter how much you want to avoid hurting them. He knows, wait a minute, he likes me too, thought Hinata, flushed. The holder of the devil gene walked over to where Sarutobi was waiting for him. Okay, the match between Kurenai Yuhi and Naruto Uzumaki will commence. Kurenai, please step forward. Kurenai emerged and moved forward to confront her adversary. Naruto responded, wow, beautiful and deadly. Combinations I like so much. Kurenai's face flushed slightly, and Sarutobi grinned and asked, why, Kurenai, is that a blush I see? Kurenai's face turned from pink to light red. Jokingly replied, why, yes, Oji-san. In fact, I think it is. In fact, you can see it more clearly now. Can we start the match please? Protested Kurenai. All right, said Sarutobi, you can start now. Kurenai began. Megan. Jubaku Setsu. Naruto was ensnared by a tree that materialized behind him. Says Naruto. Nice Genjutsu. Naruto was rendered immobile when he flared his chakra, dispelling it. Kurenai then proceeded to another one. Genjutsu Shibari. The Genjutsu mistress then exclaimed, Genjutsu. Hanachiri Nuko. She then burst into Sakura flower petals. Well, this one is a little difficult to break, but I won't lose, Naruto remarked as he struggled against the Genjutsu. He started to move very slowly, but with a loud cry, he broke the binding Genjutsu. He closed his eyes and took a slow breath, listening for Kurenai's whereabouts, thinking, the scent is thick with Sakura blossoms and the petals are obscuring my vision. His eyes suddenly opened, and he grabbed Kurenai's shoulder before rapidly pumping chakra into her body to interfere with her Genjutsu. Kurenai remarked, you seem to know the way to handle Genjutsu well. Naruto laughed as he said, I can't cast Genjutsu very well, but I can at least dispel them. All depends on the will of the victim. Sarutobi responded, Naruto Uzumaki wins, as promised, your inheritance and true name will be given to you. I present to you, Naruto Namikaze. You are the Yondaime's son? Ino asked. Naruto raised his eyebrows. You never noticed that we had the same hair and eyes. The only thing different between us is that I inherited my mother's take.no. Shit. Attitude and sense of justice. According to Ino, that is true. According to Sasuke, I want you to teach me those jutsu. Sorry, Naruto said, I am not teaching at this time. Approaching, Sasuke said, it was not a request. Naruto replied, well, I failed to acquiesce to your request. So let's just leave it at that, Uchiha. Naruto left to retrieve his inheritance and mansion, arranging his belongings close to the Inazaka residence. After entering the Namikaze compound, Naruto led the Cage Bunshins in rearranging the furniture and investigating the space. Naruto grinned when the Cage Bunshins who were investigating the new house dispelled themselves. There were many rooms, based on the information gathered. It seems that Minato and Kushina intended to have a large family. In addition, there was a spa, an indoor pool, and a dojo stocked with weapons, food and, of course, sealants that keep food fresh were stockpiles in the kitchen. Naruto discovered that his father loved blood seals and located his workroom. There was also a personal training area in the back outside with a seal that repairs any damage to the ground. To gain entry, the seals required his blood and fingerprint. Even if you were to somehow cut off Naruto's hand and press his thumb, it wouldn't work. If someone wanted power, Sasuke and Danzakao, they would be killed instantly. Naruto went to the door when there was a sudden knock. When the Devil Gene wielder opened it, Sume Inazaka and her kids, Kiba and Hana, were inside. The Inazaka matriarch smiled at Naruto, who said, hello, welcome to my home, neighbors. Kiba yelled, nice digs, man. And the great thing about it is that you have the whole place to yourself too. Yeah, the muscular boy said, but it gets kind of lonely here, but soon I will have some company. Huh? Said Kiba shrewdly. Naruto here must have a harem before he turns 16, Sume retorted. Kiba replied, what? You lucky bastard, just like the freaking Uchiha. Well, that is if he is not gay. Replied, no, it is not going to be fun because Yasha Haruno along with her daughter Sakura are going to pull every single trick in the book to get to me and my inheritance since Yasha got kicked out of the bid when my mother replaced her. Anyway, enough of that. What can I do for you, Sume-chan? I came here to ask of a marriage contract between us, Sume said, fighting the blush that was starting to creep up her face. Replied Naruto, sure, but me and you have to go on a date first to see my feelings for you. What? Ka-san, you can't be serious, Kiba asked. No, not with me, with my daughter Hana, Sume replied. Blushed Hana. Sume responded, you have never gone out with anybody since Toshiro cheated on you. Plus you were looking at him very hard. Sume pondered inwardly, not that I don't blame you, I wouldn't mind having some of that. You too, huh, Ka-san? Hana asked, noticing her mother's face starting to flush. Fine, said Hana. Naruto responded, oh and Sume-chan, there was a marriage contract made earlier between your grandmother and my grandfather, Kosuke Namikaze. It states that if one of the clan had been almost wiped out, then the leader must impregnate herself with the last of the clan to make it. I think that it should help her there, Naruto thought. Said Sume, W. What? Naruto replied, to tell you the truth, my grandfather was very paranoid, but I have no choice and I need your help since they are people after my power. Kiba responded, this is so wrong on many levels. A guy my age is going to be my surrogate father and fucking my mom doggy style. Naruto replied, don't worry, Kiba, there is a possible cause that she might not harbor feelings for me. Kiba replied, I guess as the Inazaka heir, I have to say this, if you ever hurt either of them, I will castrate you. Then he saw that something was moving inside Kiba's jacket and a small puppy emerged. Naruto said, as much as I doubt you can, I promise not to do such a thing to them nor beat or rape them at all. I am not that kind of person. Plus you got to take a number since there is the council, well the elders and civilians, Danzo, Sasuke, Iwa, the Harunos, and maybe more. Naruto questioned, and who is this little guy? Kiba responded, placing Akamaru on the ground, this is Akamaru, my ninja dog partner. He helps me fight with my collaboration taijutsu and ninjutsu. Akamaru sniffed and licked his hand after Naruto placed it in front of his nose. The puppy leaned into the former Jinchuriki's scratching as he said, okay. The date for Sume will be tonight and Hana on Sunday, though I am surprised that women such as yourselves are still single. Sume replied, that is because there is no man with the spine to handle me. Kiba responded, that is true, I still think 2.san left because he was scared of Ka.san. Naruto replied, I am not surprised, she is kinda scary if you pissed her off. Shuddering, Kiba said, that is true. Hana grinned at Naruto, and Kiba gave his friend a high five before they left the house, leaving Naruto and Sume behind. Naruto said, don't worry, I will take care of your sister and maybe your mother if she will have me. In fact I do own them a lot. I see you two later. Sume questioned, was that rule actually real? With his grandfather's and her grandmother's signatures beneath it, Naruto produced a piece of parchment and said, all in print, but either way, I think you do want me. Naruto said, I promise to take care of both of you, as Sume flushed. Sume turned to leave, but Naruto grabbed her wrist and put a soft hand on her waist, saying, I am not kidding, Sume-chan. I saw you looking at me during the meeting and needless to say, I admit that I did have a crush on you when you saved me that day. Sume said, you know, you shouldn't keep promises that you can't keep, Naruto.kun. Ah, grinned Sume, that is so sweet, Naru-chan. In a husky voice, Naruto retorted, I bet you were even sweeter. As he gently squeezed the side of her waist, Sume snarled at Naruto's husky voice. The former Jinchuriki then released her and said, you better go or Kiba will try to kill me for trying to get his mother's pants already. Like hell he will. I am a grown woman, Sume remarked. Naruto replied, and a mother, your son is a mama's boy and cares for you a lot. According to Sume, that is true. With a sway in her hips, she left the Namikaze compound, and Naruto reflected, damn, I love my life. A knock on his door soon followed, and Naruto exclaimed, it's open. The Yamanaka, Nara, and Akamichi families entered with Ino and Choji, their jaws dropping at the sight of his home, while the Naras appeared bored as usual. Naruto waved his hand toward the kitchen and said, ah, Choza.san, Choji, the kitchen is stocked with food. I figured 2.san was friends with you, so help yourselves. Choza.san, I think you know where it is. With a swift bow, the two Akamichi made their way to the kitchen, trailing a cloud of smoke, as the Naras both uttered the words, troublesome. So I am assuming that you three wish to ally yourselves with me as well, Naruto said, approaching the couch and settling into his boy chair. Why yes, how did you know? Inoichi asked. Deadpanned, everyone on the council has a look in their eyes to try and rape me for my power and the fact that the Inazaka were here a few minutes ago asking for the same thing. Troublesome, Shikaku remarked, he already knows about it. Naruto responded, but it does saves you time from explaining it, Shikaku.san. According to Shikamaru, he has a point, Dad. The image of Minato and a pregnant Kushina caught Ino's attention. Holding up the photo, the Yamanaka heiress remarked, So this is your mother, huh, Naruto? She looks very kind and beautiful. Naruto smiled softly at her. Yes, she was. I just wish that I could have known her in person than in her diary. Apparently I inherited her lucky personality and her stubbornness too. But back to business. I will agree to the alliances between all the three of you. Inoichi replied, great, that includes the marriage contract between you and Ino as well. Ino yelled, what? But I like Sasuke-kun. Not saying that you are not cute, Naruto. Naruto responded, how about this, Ino? You go on 5 dates with me and at the end, if you don't enjoy yourself, we will break off the marriage contract, but keep the alliance intact, agreed? After nodding, Ino said, I agreed, Naruto. Ino nodded foolishly because her mind was racing. She liked Sasuke Uchiha, but this new Naruto was irresistible with his cool demeanor, and the open jacket with the bindings worn to cover Naruto's seal and abs was not helping her at all. Naruto said, I understand that you might like Sasuke, so for this marriage contract to suddenly drop on you is a shock. I think I am still getting used to all of this around me. I assume that the Hyuga clan will also be here for an alliance as well. Inoichi responded, the old stick in the mud just might. After all, it was your mother who was the one who kicked his ass and told him about his deceased wife's feelings toward him, which got the two together. Then there was a knock on the door once more, and Naruto excused himself politely to open it and invite Heishi Hyuga and his family, along with a frowning 14-year-old boy. HMPH, that sounds like something that I would do. The former Jinchuriki said, ah, Lord Hyuga, so glad of you to join us. Come in, come in. Hinata, Chan, how are you? In response, the bashful girl said, I am fine, Naruto-kun. Naruto turned to see a miniature representation of a cross between Heishi and Hinata flushed as the boy said, that is a bit better, but not good enough. Keep trying hard, Hinata. Chan, we will soon get rid of that stutter of yours. He questioned, and who is this? N. She is 11 years old in this story, and there is nothing you can do about it. The girl said, I am Hanabi Hyuga, and it is a pleasure to meet you, Namikaze. Sama. Naruto responded, please call me Naruto-san, Hanabi. Chan. I abhor formalities when it comes to friends, so don't be shy about using them. The boy was shocked to see that the Namikaze was welcoming him as though he were a member of the noble family, despite his status as a branch member. He turned to face the frowning boy and said, pleasure to meet you, Neji Hyuga, responded the boy. If you are worried about my formality toward you in associating with you as a branch member, then you are mistaken. Unlike everyone else in this room, I know how it feels to have a brand, to feel cage. I will have to show you some time, Naruto said with an authoritative voice. Although Neji was taken aback by the veracity of his statements, he remained skeptical of his claims regarding a seal. Shikamaru, Ino, Hanabi, and Hinata started to question what Naruto was discussing. The clan leaders were trembling over Naruto's rambling remarks regarding Kyuubi no Kitsune. They would have to come up with an excuse for it pretty quickly. Naruto responded, so you would like an alliance with me, Heishi, Sama? Heishi responded, yes, I would, and since your heritage is revealed, also the marriage contract between you and Hinata and Hanabi is revealed. Your mother and my wife had planned this already. Naruto responded, or they threaten you because you are that overprotective father, right? Everyone, including the stoic Neji, laughed when Heishi had the grace to blush. All right, Naruto said, I'll take them both out on a date. How are you going to do that? Asked Hinata. Naruto responded, Kage Bunshin, you can never tell the difference and it is just as real. Useful jutsu, I might add. Then it is settled, said Heishi. Naruto replied, right, if they harbored no feelings for me, then I will let them go and do as they wish. A voice from the past whistled, he. Already getting your harem started, Naruto? Naruto replied, not at all, Hokage. Gigi, I am only agreeing to them for love, not lust or money like some of the villagers do. Sarutobi responded, just like your father, how are you settling in your new home? In response, Naruto said, it is very roomy. Sarutobi responded, yes, apparently your father and mother plan to make like rabbits for the rooms, but the Kyuubi came into play. Naruto replied, I know, that event was not anticipating at all. I mean, the Kyuubi just suddenly came out of nowhere, as almost as it was summoned. Sarutobi responded, well, enough about the Kyuubi, I came to inform you that you have been given the rank of Chunin, but unfortunately you will have to be placed on a Genin team for 6 months. The wielder of the Devil Gene replied, as long as you don't pair me up with Haruno or Uchiha, I will be fine. Sarutobi responded, that has already been arranged, Naruto. I had a feeling that Sakura will most likely try to fawn over you and Sasuke while Sasuke will constantly pester you for your jutsu and taijutsu style. The answer was, exactly. Very well, said Sarutobi, I will set up the teams shortly. Naruto was left to search the wardrobe after the families soon left the estate. Wearing a red dress shirt, black slacks, and black dress shoes, he went to the Yamanaka store to buy some flowers before making his way to the Inazaka compound. A large shaggy husky with an eye patch over his left eye and no right ear was visible when he knocked on the door. The dog nodded and went to fetch Sume as Naruto entered the house and took a seat on the living room couch. Hello. I would like to see Sume-chan please. Sume, dressed casually in a black dress, emerged with the dog at her heels. Sume remarked, I try to please. Naruto-kun. You are pretty good. Looking yourself. Naruto whistled, nice touch. Naruto replied, I always do, Sume-chan. Here, these are for you. After accepting the flowers, Sume grinned and said, thank you, they are beautiful. The reply from Naruto was, not as beautiful as you. Shall we? Asked Naruto as Sume flushed. May I ask where you are taking me? Asked Sume. Oh, not really special, Naruto said, extending his arm, just going to a fancy restaurant and then a stroll through the park at night while there is a full moon out. You planned this out, didn't you? Asked Sume. Replied, what makes you think that, Sume-chan? Anyway, we better go or we will be late and our reservation might get cancelled. The waiter approached them and asked, do you have a reservation? As Sume took the crook of his arm and left the house to go to the restaurant. The waiter glanced at his chart and then said, right this way, sir. Naruto replied, yes, namikaze, 7 o'clock. The couple walked confidently to their table and were handed menus to place their order. While her date ordered chicken alfredo, Sume ordered a sirloin steak. So where have you been? Sume responded, I heard that you just left using that bloodline of yours to fly out. According to Naruto, well, I wandered around until I found an abandoned building near the Valley of the End and rested there. When I explored the building, I happened to fall due to a weakened floorboard and there, I found scrolls that displayed the fighting styles that I use including a few Raiden jutsu. After that, I went to travel around the land, learning jutsu and survival skills along the way. Sume responded, you have changed a lot over the years, Naruto-kun. Oh, is that right, physically or mentally? Grinned Naruto. Both, Sume said, blushing slightly at the suggestion. So what has happened over the years? Asked Naruto. Sume responded, well, as soon as you left, Hokage Sama called the council to inform you of your disappearance from the village. The idiots on the civilian council and the elders immediately called out for your execution until the Hokage shouted at them, making them shut up and literally chewed them out. Then he withheld the information about your parents to the civilian council and the elders to make them curious and slightly fearful. When your classmates heard about it, some of them did have worried looks on their faces according to Kiba, but the Haruno, Uchiha and some of the civilian council's brats just bad-mouthed you. To my son's surprise, Choji Akamichi defended you by yelling at Haruno's little bitch of a daughter. Then the others joined in and the rest of the clan head's children joined in. Next thing you know, Haruno made the mistake of calling Choji fat and Choji got pissed, but then this girl, Amy, I think, she came up and slapped the mess out of Haruno. Amy? Asked Naruto. Sume replied, she declared to Haruno that badmouthing the person that helped her with her kunai training was wrong and worse than the person that was trying to get you to notice him. As Naruto put it, Amy-chan. Sume replied, there was almost a fight between the civilian and ninja clan heirs along with Amy. Ino seemed a bit distraught about the situation. Naruto replied, I see, Sakura used to be her best friend until Uchiha-san came in the picture. On top of that, Sasuke agrees that I am a bad influence, but in her heart deep down, she knows that it is wrong. I see her predicament, either she must follow the in-crowd or follow her heart. Would you like to dance with me? Naruto asked as the dining room suddenly filled with music. Sume nodded, and the two strode to the dance floor, swaying to the tunes. As the dance floor heated up, the two danced more sensuously and vigorously while staring into each other's eyes, his ice blue against her feral brown. Their bodies pressed against one another as they drew nearer. Before two people decided to end the moment, they slowed down to plant a kiss on each other. With irritated and disgusted expressions on their faces, the two turned to see Yasha Haruno and her daughter Sakura. Yasha said sultrily, what the hell are you doing here with this whore, Naruto-kun? Naruto replied, if you are trying to seduce me, then I am afraid that is not working. Also Sume is not a whore compared to you. I demand that you date my daughter Sakura, Yasha said. Naruto replied, first of all, you are in no position to order me around, especially trying to force your daughter on me. Second, who the fuck you think you are? The fucking daimyo? I told you before, I choose the ladies that I want to marry. When your daughter asks me out on her own free will, then I will consider it. Naruto.kun, said Yasha. That is namikaze. Sama to you, Councilwoman Haruno, snarled Naruto. Are we friends, Naruto.kun? Yasha asked. The former Jinchuriki responded, since you were one of the people on the council who made my life a living hell. Hell no, bitch. If you think that I am so naive like my father was back then, you are sadly mistaken. I will not give you the chance to get in my family. Sakura responded, so you would go out with that bitch instead of me or my mother. Sume responded, normally I would tolerate people calling me a bitch since I am one, but coming from your mouth, Haruno, is insulting to me. Yasha responded, maybe that is why your husband left you, because you couldn't satisfy him at all. Oh, and you think you can satisfy Naruto all to yourself? Sume shot back. Sakura responded, of course, we Harunos are known for our sex appeal. As Sume put it, you mean lack of sex appeal. I agree with Sume, and we don't even know if you are a man or a woman. On the other hand, Sume. Chan, Naruto said, approaching the Inazaka matriarch from behind and cupping her breasts, adding, she happens to be full in spades. After blushing at Naruto, the woman muttered, you are so lucky that this was to prove a point. In response, Naruto muttered, the main point was that you like it. True. Sume muttered. Yasha replied, oh, please, she was the one that got me and Minato together in the first place. Naruto glanced at Sume, who nodded in agreement. That may be true, but surely my father was warned plenty of times about you by Sume. Chan and various people, but he always saw the good in people. He thought that he could change you, but he saw you for what you really are, an evil, conniving bitch who would do anything for money, even give her own daughter's virginity to get the cash. Yasha snapped, like that bitch can produce you any strong heirs, she is just trying to get in your pants as well. Yasha responded, or else what? You punish me. I have been a very bad girl, Naruto. Sama. Naruto clenched his fist and sighed, Councilwoman, you need to stop pissing me off or else. Sume growled at Yasha, Yasha, leave my date alone or we will charge you with sexual harassment. Naruto grabbed Sume's wrist as Yasha attempted to slap her. Yasha crumpled to the ground as Naruto slammed her face into the wall and dragged it across the wall, then threw her out the window. I have a code of not beating women, but this, I will make an exception considering nobody knows what the hell your gender is. Sakura fainted, and soon a familiar dampness enveloped her intimate area as he turned to face her and asked, are you going to be dumb like your mother or move the fuck out of my way? After Sume took cash out of his pocket to give to the waiter, Naruto took his hand and walked out of the building. Here's the money to pay for the window along with your tip. Thank you for serving us. Sume followed the two as they left the restaurant. Naruto, Sume said. After turning the corner, the Jinchuriki pushed her gently against the wall and gave her a rough kiss. Sume was taken aback by his aggression and eagerly returned it, making every effort to assert her dominance. As Naruto gradually relaxed and started kissing her more tenderly, Sume moaned with pleasure. Wow, Sume exclaimed as the two parted. Naruto replied, I apologize if I offend you in any way, it was either beating the shit out of Haruno or kissing you. Sume grinned and said, you made the right choice, Naruto.kun. Well, let's get you home and get ready for the headache tomorrow, the former Jinchuriki said. Classroom. Iruka responded, okay, now when your name is called, please proceed to the testing area. The jutsu that you must have to pass is the Bunshin no Jutsu. Naruto pondered, what the hell? The Bunshin no Jutsu? That is way too easy, I am going to have to change that rule when I see Hokage.G next time. This is ridiculous. Each student entered the room individually and emerged wearing a headband as part of their persona. After hearing his name called, Naruto went to the testing room to find Iruka grinning and Mizuki frowning a little. In a formal tone, Iruka said, please perform the specified jutsu. With a sigh, Naruto made 3 bunshins and said, this is so pointless, why don't they have a harder graduation exam? After tying his headband around his waist, Naruto saw that Mizuki was wearing a greedy expression. Someone wants power and the nearest and most powerful jutsu are located in the old man's personal library. I got to stop him before he gets it, he was thinking to himself. Naruto was dozing off against the shaded tree outside the academy. Then he saw 2 women glaring at him because they could see he was wearing a headband. The 2 women gasped and trembled in terror as Naruto grinned and shot a glare that was tinged with murderous intent. Naruto realized right away that the Chunin was a bad apple when he saw Mizuki chatting with a boy who had failed the exam. Naruto informed the Hokage about Mizuki's scheme to steal Konoha's most powerful jutsu by making a hand signal to Shunshin. After listening to Naruto, the Sandaime made sure the child was caught before he could take the sealing scroll. Naruto received a B-rank mission for informing him of Mizuki's treasonous execution after Mizuki was also captured by Anbu. When Naruto arrived at the council room the following day, he saw Haruno wearing a variety of gauze pads over her face. The sight made him smirk, and he winked at Sume, who reciprocated. Naruto Namikaze, you are accused of physically assaulting councilwoman Yasha Haruno, how do you plead? Homura responded. According to Naruto, not guilty. Kaharu responded, we know that you are guilty, Namikaze. There are witnesses that saw you throw Haruno out the window. Naruto replied, I will admit that I did that, but after councilwoman Haruno and her daughter tried to force me to date one of them. Do you have any proof of this matter? Asked Homura. Yasha scowled as Naruto played the tape recorder, and Sume grinned at her situation. Yes, a tape recorder of the whole bout and my own witness, Sume Inazaka. Now if you will excuse me, I need to know my teammates. The Namikaze interrupted, and Naruto made a hand signal before leaving for the classroom. Classroom. Naruto appeared in the seat next to Hinata just as Iruka called out roll. Sasuke was furious that he had made his ostentatious entrance. Glad that you could make it, Naruto. Now for your teams, Team 7 will be Aburame Shino, Uchiha Sasuke and Haruno Sakura. Team 8 will be Inazaka Kiba, Hyuga Hinata and Uzumaki Naruto, and Team 10 will be Nara Shikamaru, Akamichi Choji and Yamanaka Ino. The Chunin replied. Naruto grinned that the Sandaime Hokage had saved his bacon and that he had a team free of weaklings, power, hungry idiots, and fangirls vying for his attention. Sakura was a little let down by her team because she thought that if her mother won the case on assault charges, Naruto and Sasuke would be on it. This would allow her to use the Uchiha's power to seduce Naruto and gain his wealth before moving in with Sasuke to become his wife. Sasuke and the resident bug expert were given to her instead. Sakura thought, damn it, this was not supposed to happen. This was supposed to happen, Naruto is nothing to be played with, retorted inner Sakura. Sakura responded, shut up, I have no idea why Ka-san sealed your soul into me for, you are so annoying as hell. Fuck you, Sakura, yelled the inner Sakura. Sakura was lost in thought, and Naruto saw that her expressions were shifting from panic to rage. Why does she look like she is conflicting with herself? Does she have a demon sealed by her mother or another soul? I guess I need to search Sato's memories again for a soul-searching jutsu. Iruka started off with this impressive speech about the dangers that ninjas must face in their daily lives. Naruto ignored him because he already knew what a ninja's life was like. It was nothing compared to a Jinchuriki's. The classroom filed out, and Naruto accompanied Kiba and Hinata. Iruka said, we will take a 5-minute break and return here to wait for your senseis to arrive. Okay. Hinata, Kiba, I would like to know your strengths and weaknesses, Naruto replied. Kiba replied, my strength is my ninjutsu, which enhances my speed and senses to like a dog's own. I work with Akamaru with my jutsu too. My weaknesses are, well, hurting Akamaru and then I lose all rationality. Hinata stated, my strength is my taijutsu style, the Juken along with its techniques. My weaknesses are long range fighters and my inability to hurt others. Nodded. My strengths are my taijutsu and my ninjutsu. My weaknesses are high level genjutsu. Kiba replied, yeah, we saw that when you kicked that 2 Jonin's asses. Hinata stated, so Naruto.kun is a ninjutsu. Taijutsu type, Kiba is a taijutsu. Ninjutsu type and I am a taijutsu. Genjutsu type. Basically Kiba.san is a close-range fighter with the Inazaka-style taijutsu, and if Kiba is overwhelmed, Naruto can help with his ninjutsu and taijutsu. I can provide support against genjutsu. Naruto laughed. Good observation, Hinata, and you didn't stutter at all either. Geez, Hinata, you blushed at everything, don't you? Kiba laughed as Hinata flushed at the compliment. To which Hinata replied, no, that is not it. With a little laugh, Naruto said, Kiba, stop making fun of her. Must you ruin my fun? Kiba shot back. Yes, Naruto replied. Naruto became icy as soon as Sasuke and Sakura approached Team 8. When Sasuke said, hey, Dobi. While Kiba scowled at Sasuke for being impolite, Naruto ignored him and Sasuke yelled, hey, I am talking to you. The former Jinchuriki at the time was checking his fingernails. Namikaze. The Uchiha exclaimed. Yes? Naruto asked with a start. Sasuke replied, Didn't you hear a word I said? I have been calling you for the long while? Replied, actually, no, basically you have being called someone Adobe. I figure that you were referring to yourself, Uchiha. After becoming enraged, the Uchiha calmed down and smiled smugly, saying, I will overlook your insolence just this once. I want you to give me power. Naruto replied, I prefer to keep my power under wraps if you don't mind. Sasuke replied, you are making a big mistake, Namikaze. It will be an honor to teach the most powerful ninja. The former Jinchuriki then said, and another thing, if the Uchiha is so strong, then how come they were killed so fast by another Uchiha and the only survivor can't defeat the so-called dead last? Sasuke gripped his fists at the insult as Naruto continued, the one who did it was your own brother Itachi Uchiha. Naruto's response was, is that so? Then how come no Uchiha has become the Hokage at all? Shut up, what do you know about my life? Said Sasuke. Naruto replied, to be honest, everything and nothing, because I could care less about your tragedy. Uchiha, you are nothing to me. Hell, I could kill you in my sleep. Sasuke replied, which is why I need you to give me more power. I needed to kill Itachi and avenge my clan. Naruto replied, the answer is still no, Uchiha. Even if you try to force the council to teach you, I will do nothing. Now leave me, I have no time to waste time with spoiled brats like you. Knowing that Naruto had the ability to confront a Jonin head-on, the boy snarled but walked away. And what do you want, Haruno? Roared Naruto as he turned to face Sakura. Sakura made a fake pout and put a finger to her lips, saying, you already know what I want, Naruto-kun. Hinata grinned as she thought, that hussy, she didn't give a damn about him when he was in the academy. Now that his heritage is revealed, she wants to get in her pants. Naruto responded, I am going to have to say no to your request, I don't like weak people especially fangirls. HMPH, what about that bitch over there? Sakura asked. Sakura was terrified to death when Naruto stood up and his murderous intent spread out from his body. Look, like I said, I don't care about weak girls, but I am pretty sure that Hinata can pretty much kick your ass without breaking a sweat. Don't insult her because of your insecurities. Admit it or shall I remind you of your little fainting spell when your idiot of a mother tried to assault Sume.san. Kiba became alert, asking, say what? Replied Naruto, your mother and I were out yesterday night and Councilwoman Haruno along with this weakling over here tried to force me to date and take one of them as wife. Kiba yelled, you better get the hell out of here, Haruno, or I will maim that so-called pretty face of yours. See what you have done. Listening to that bitch of a mother is getting us into trouble, Inner Sakura yelled, and Sakura backed away. Shut up, you bitch, said Sakura. There it is again, something is going on here, Naruto thought. This is not over, Sakura yelled, stepping back from them, you will be mine, Naruto. What are you, Sakura Haruno? What is it that is conflicting inside you? The former Jinchuriki asked himself as Hinata's voice gradually roused him from his reverie. Naruto.kun. With a glance at Hinata, Naruto said, yes, Hinata? I think it's time to return to class, Hinata said. The three of them strode to the classroom after the blonde boy nodded. As soon as they sat down, Sakura and Sasuke glared at them. Akamaru emerged and settled into Hinata's lap as she hummed a low melody and gently stroked him. In order to kill time, Kiba and Naruto discussed Naruto's 6-year journey. Now that he was aware of the Harunos attempting to harm his mother, Naruto knew Kiba was incredibly loyal and that he could be trusted. He also knew Hinata wouldn't tell anyone anything about him. A woman with black eyes and purple hair wearing a Jonin vest entered the room abruptly and said, I'm Yugo Uzuki. I am here for Team 8. Yugo turned to face Naruto, Hinata, and Kiba as they stood up and said, follow me to Training Area 5. Asuma and Kurenai entered, causing Naruto to grin as he recalled her. The three nodded, and Yugo thought, interesting, I got Namikaze as one of my students. He is kind of cute too. Waving, Naruto said, hi, Kurenai-chan. Asuma started to smile like his father, and Kurenai flushed. Naruto, be careful if you make Kurenai blush any further, she will just turn into an apple. Naruto realized, HMPH, I wouldn't mind taking a bite out of that apple. I bet that it is very juicy. Hinata, who was blushing from the naughty thoughts in her head, and Kurenai both blushed even more in embarrassment. Stop that, Kurenai said. Stop what? Asked Naruto. Stop making me blush, Kurenai said. With a sideways head tilt, Naruto said, but it is cute making you blush, and that pout is not helping your predicament, Kurenai-chan. When Ino, Shikamaru, and Choji arrived, Kurenai said, Team 10, please come with us. Ino responded, wait, Why do we get 2 senseis instead of 1? Asuma responded, oh, Kurenai is here for motivation since looking at your records, especially Shikamaru and Choji's battle records. Naruto nodded and departed with his group after Yugo said, come on, Naruto, let's go. 5th training area. Okay. My name is Yugo Uzuki. My likes are tempura, swords and my fiancé. My dislikes are people who threaten my home and my hobbies are training. My dream, well, I am getting there. Said Hinata, I'm Hinata Hyuga. My likes are zezai, cinnamon rolls, my family and Naruto-kun. My dislikes are the council, the caged bird seal and seafood. My hobbies are pressing flowers and singing. My dream is to change my family and make them become one. He said, I'm Kiba Inazaka and this is my dog, Akamaru. My likes are my family, my team, beef jerky and cheeseburger. My dislikes are the Harunos, Uchiha, people who hurt dogs for no reason and anything that is not chewy. My dream is to become head of the Inazaka clan. Naruto looked up and said, I'm Naruto Namikaze. My likes are Hokage.Oji.San, the Shinobi Council and their clan heirs, walking in the forest, watering plants and pulling pranks. My dislikes are the Harunos, Uchiha, the Civilian Council, some of the ninja and civilian that judge a book by its cover. My hobbies are reading, relaxing, looking at sunsets and eating ramen. My dream, I have no thought of it yet. Yugo replied, now that we are acquaintanced, we will begin your real Genin test tomorrow. According to Kiba, but we already took it. Yugo replied, that was to see if you can control chakra effectively. This is to test your physical strength. And this test, has a 66.6% failure rate. When the failure rate was brought up, Kiba and Hinata gasped, but Naruto grinned. Well, the impossible can always happen with us. The 3 of them nodded and left for their respective homes, unsure of what would happen the next day, after Yugo said, we will see, now you are dismissed for today and I recommend not eating or you will throw up. When Naruto, Kiba, and Hinata got to the 4th training area, they saw Yugo dressed in her Jonin uniform. She was fidgeting with it as though she didn't like it. It would be hard for her to adjust from being transferred to Anbu back to Jonin. Nay, Neko. Chan? Naruto said as they arrived. Says Yugo, how did you? Naruto remarked, unlike Kakashi, you took the time to change your hair, which is very nice by the way, but you can't change your voice. Yugo nodded and began to fidget with it once more, and Naruto sighed before approaching her and assisting her. According to Yugo, thanks, with a salute, Naruto said, no problem, sensei. Yugo continued, going over your skills from your files and relationships, you 3 are good with teamwork despite Naruto being back in by the demonstration. Naruto is high Chunin level in his Genjutsu and Ninjutsu, but mid-Jonin in Taijutsu. Overall he is just borderline on Jonin level. So Hinata, Kiba, your objective is to hit me. Upon hearing Akamaru's bark, Yugo said, oh, I'm sorry and Akamaru as well. Okay. Are you ready, Hinata? Kiba asked. Why? Yes. Hinata slid into the traditional Hyuga stance, while Akamaru and the Inazaka assumed their Taijutsu stance. Naruto stepped back to give his teammates space, and Yugo smirked slightly as she slid into her Taijutsu stance. He pondered, the moon-style Taijutsu style, based on the stages of the moon. It's quite complicated, but able to fend off multiple attacks, but there are 2 flaws, finding a single opponent in the new moon stage is most vulnerable. As he squatted to attack his sensei, Kiba yelled, Ninpo! Shikyaku no Jutsu! Chakra appeared all over his body. Kiba's elbow was blocked by Yugo, who also saw Akamaru jump off his partner's back and bite her head. She pushed Kiba away right away and jumped back to dodge Akamaru's blow. Hinata then came up behind her to attack, but Yugo twisted to the side, preventing her from doing so and kicking her in the back instead. After catching Hinata to correct her balance, Kiba proceeded, but began attacking Yugo. Kiba's movements were noticed by Naruto and his moves, they look like, yes, it resembles the capoeira style. This will be interesting. His speed would make capoeira perfect for his speed and agility. When Kiba attempted to strike Yugo in the face, she grabbed his wrist and twisted it behind his back. Kiba then swiped at Yugo's torso, but she blocked it with her forearm. Akamaru attempted to bite Yugo's ankle after Kiba yelled in agony, but the former Anbu lifted her foot before he could do so. Yugo sensed Hinata's approach and kicked her in the stomach after she attempted to strike him in the back. Naruto laughed. They are quite in a predicament. Well, Yugo. Sensei didn't order me to stay back or help them, so I will join in the fun. Yugo lost her hold on Kiba and flew into the tree as Naruto rushed toward her and thrust her palm at her torso. Thanks, man, but we are the ones who have to hit her though. Replied, that is true, but she never said I couldn't help. I subdue her and then all three of you can get a hit. I will need you to stay behind for a while. I know you are not weak, Kiba. But her taijutsu style is much easier since it can fend off multiple opponents, but against a single opponent, it is useless. She was switching stances constantly on the both of you. W. What should we do? Asked Hinata. Naruto responded, Kiba, I want you and Akamaru to try and lure her over here. Then once that happens, back off, so I can subdue her, then you two can hit her. Right, Kiba said, and Naruto replied, Hinata, use your Byakugan to figure out where she is. Hinata turned to face the trees and stated, she is J. Just a few feet away from U.US and she is behind the second tree 3 o'clock from Naruto. Kun's right. Yugo's Anbu katana nearly slashed the Jinchuriki as it sped over to Yugo's position, but Naruto said, thanks, now wait here for a moment. Naruto remarked, ooh, sharp. I got to be careful with that sword of yours. I was wondering when you were going to join in. Yugo assumed her stance. Naruto replied, though you didn't give me an order, you knew that Kiba, Akamaru and Hinata couldn't defeat you at all despite how good their teamwork was. If I have gone in with them, you would have a bit of trouble and could possibly be defeated. Even someone on cage level could be defeated by a horde of Genin. Teamwork always works best. Yugo replied, nice observation, Naruto, but this is not your test. But you couldn't say that I couldn't help them hit you. Naruto replied, taking out a scroll and opening his weapons, which were twin, bladed tonfas. With an eyebrow raise, Yugo said, bladed tonfas? In response, Naruto said, what, you never thought I would prepare for someone who was a specialist in weapons? I think not. Swinging his tonfas, Naruto assumed the capoeira stance and advanced on his sensei. He fell back and performed an izumi after she blocked his attack. Naruto raised his tonfas to block Yugo's attempt to slash at his head after he moved to the side. Yugo flew into the tree as the boy rolled forward and swung a sabot at her chest. She looked up to see Naruto standing in front of her, ready to stab her with his tonfa. The tonfa in his right hand sank deeply into the trunk as she sidestepped the blow. Then, in an attempt to decapitate him, Yugo slid her katana across the tonfa, but the former Jinchuriki noticed and dropped his weapon. Yugo shifted into her stance as he slid back into his after spinning his tonfa. Konoha no Ryu. Mikazuki no Mai. She cried as she leapt forward, and Naruto saw Yugo's persona divide into 4 clones and encircle him. Moving abruptly to the right where Yugo was attempting to attack, Naruto smirked and said, using your speed in order to make clones. But in the end, there is only one. He then grabbed her collar and threw it out into the open. For a moment, Yugo sprawled out on the ground, then she felt a bite on her ankle, followed by a blow to her side and a blow to her back. Hinata said, gee. Got you, sensei. Yugo replied, good job, you took advantage of the situation and used it to the fullest. You 3 passed with flying colors. That is good, Naruto said as he made his way to his team's spot. Yugo responded, okay, your first mission starts tomorrow. Now before we leave, I want to leave with some parting words that my senpai in Enbu told me. Those that abandon the mission are trash, but those who abandon their comrades are worse than trash. And my fiancé said to me, no matter what happens, follow your dreams and protect your honor always. You are dismissed for today. Yugo Leaf left to announce that her team had passed after the team nodded. To Kiba and Hinata, Naruto turned and said, hey, Kiba, Hinata, I want to teach you guys something. Kiba responded, what do you want to teach us, Naruto? I think that we are the strongest team already. Naruto laughed. You are confident, Kiba, but be careful, confidence and arrogance walk hand in hand on the same path. Anyway, I noticed that your taijutsu is similar to my capoeira. You have the movements, I just need to teach you the footings. He said to Hinata, and Hinata, you are graceful and perfect for the Kazama-style karate. I will teach you the basics of it after team training meetings. Kiba responded, but I thought you didn't want to teach any of your moves to anybody. Naruto stated, I didn't know you guys that much until we met. Plus I know that you two can keep secrets as my teammates. Kiba, you are loyal to your family, your village and your friends to a fault. Plus it will give you an edge against the Uchiha if he gained his Sharingan. Your taijutsu is very unpredictable and with capoeira, it is very unpredictable. Hinata, you are gentle and caring, but underconfident. Being on this team will help you with that, and your taijutsu requires precise precision just like the Kazama style. Plus if your chakra is supposedly jacked, you can fall back on the style. Hyuga clan rules be damned. Kage Bunshin no Jutsu, exclaimed Naruto, as 2 clones materialized. Once you master the fundamentals of the styles, they will engage in combat with you. I will watch your development. While Akamaru sat next to Naruto, who was scratching behind his ears, Kiba and Hinata both nodded as their revered clones moved in next to them and began teaching them the katas. The clones would practice the katas for half an hour, followed by a 20-minute spar with them. In addition to the Harunos, the civilian council and the Uchiha were essentially his bitches to play with and or beat the living daylights out of. It goes without saying that Naruto had to restrain himself somewhat in order to avoid seriously harming them. After that, he taught them Ichijutsu. He taught Kiba Raiden, Hiraishin in Sweden, Mazurapa to Hinata. After 2 hours of this, they all went to bed for the day. He decided to pay a visit to his mother's and father's graves before returning home. He made his way to the tomb and said, "Hey Ka-san, 2-san, it's me, Naruto, your son. It has been a long time since we last met. I mean, the last time you two laid eyes on me was when I was a baby. Anyway, I wanted you two to know that due to some circumstances, the Kyuubi is destroyed and I gained its memories along with the previous holder of the devil gene, the Jubi no Ryu. Unlike him, I overcame my devil side and now control it. I left the village for 6 years to train and then I found out that you two were my parents. Dad, personally I was pissed that you were the one who put the Kyuubi inside of me. But slowly realized why you did it. You couldn't trust anyone but me because you knew me. You knew that I was your son. Oh, and good job on kicking Haruno's ass. She is a pain in the ass along with her daughter. Also Mom, thanks for bringing me into this world. I love you. I will return here to put some flowers on your grave once I return here again." Kakashi was standing in front of the memorial when he left the grave site. Naruto inquired, "Did you finish with your team, Kakashi-san?" The response from Kakashi was, "No, I haven't even started with them yet. It has been 2 hours now. Don't you think that you should go to them?" the former Jinchuriki asked, glancing at the position of the sun. According to Kakashi, they will be fine. Obito and Rin, huh? Inquired Naruto. According to Kakashi, so you know, Naruto responded, 2-san had a picture of you with your teammates on his desk along with his picture with Ka-san. Kakashi responded, he was the friend that I had never had, even though he was already late and came up with some kind of excuse. When my father committed suicide, I always thought that friends were overrated since everyone ridiculed my dad for his decision to abandon the mission for his team's lives. When we were on a mission to destroy the Kanani Bridge during the Third Great Shinobi War, me and Obito were at odds, especially since I was just promoted to Jonin at 12. When Rin was captured, I was going to abandon her for the mission, but Obito got fed up and knocked some sense into me. He told me the words that I will never forget, "Those who abandon the mission are trash." Naruto said, "But those who abandon their comrades are worse than trash." Yugo Sensei told me that her senpai told her that when she started Anbu. Kakashi said, "Yugo Chan is a sensei now, That is nice, she is tough, but she will be gentle with your team." Anyway, Obito left to save Rin and soon after that, I came after him. My eye was destroyed in a battle against one of the Iwa Nin we encountered and Obito activated his Sharingan finally. We rescued Rin and one of the ninja was barely alive, activated a seal that caused the cave to collapse. I was in the middle and Obito noticed a rock was about to hit me, so he pushed me out of the way and the rest crushed his right side completely. He asked Rin, a medical ninja, to take his eye and give it to me as my present to becoming a Jonin. After that, Obito died and I grew angry at myself and Iwa for taking him away from us. Obito was in love with Rin, who was in love with me. I knew that she liked me, but I never took the time to return the feelings. When I saw a group of Iwa Chunin, I charged in with my perfected Chidori and one of your father's Hiraishin Kunai. I fell unconscious and found out that Sensei had destroyed the rest of the group. We moved on with a heavy heart and completed the mission. Naruto saw Kakashi raise his Sharingan and say, "With this eye, I feel like that I am living both of our lives out." It is what he would have wanted. To see the future along with me. "What happened to Rin?" asked Naruto. Kakashi responded, "She disappeared on a mission to Kumo. We never found her, but something tells me that she is alive." Naruto replied, "I see, so you adopted Obito's lifestyle. But seriously Kakashi, you shouldn't mope around too much, playing scenarios." Kakashi turned to face Naruto, who was also examining the memorial. "I think your father, Obito, Rin, 2-san. They would have wanted for you to live your life with your head held high instead of moping around like a sick puppy." Kakashi responded, "You are right, Naruto. Living in the past is bad for one's health. You understand that more than I do. I will try to do as you ask." Naruto replied, "Good, Kakashi, now move. You have a team to pass or fail." Kakashi responded, "Most likely fail. I have the Uchiha, Haruno and Shino Aburame. Naruto responded, I believe Shino could make good progress, so can the Uchiha if he didn't demand everything. Haruno, she needs a wake-up call. Kakashi responded, now that is going to be hard, Yasha. Teme was stubborn and I think Sakura will be worse than her. Naruto responded, then let's hope that they don't pass and then you can take Shino as your apprentice. Today was a good day, Naruto thought as he walked home, knowing that Yugo and he would ensure that his team was the best. Additionally, he was going to date the daughter of one of Konoha's most attractive and powerful kunoichi tonight. I just hope that those people won't try to do anything to us like me and Sume. But I think I got my point across with Yasha and Sakura. Naruto thought as he put on his business casual outfit, so let's see, I have dated Sume and now I am going on a date with Hana, next will be Ino. Then Hinata and Hanabi. Then Ino for 4 times. Maybe Amy for defending me. The former Jinchuriki made his way through the gates of the Inazaka compound. Hey, guys, how have you been? He asked, grinning as he was met by the kennel. The dogs started barking, so Naruto petted each one before heading to the door. Kiba opened the door before he knocked, saying, hey, Naruto, come on in. She has been expecting you. Naruto replied, right, I forgot Inazakas had an acute sense of smell. Kiba replied, yeah, but I expect you to protect my sister even though she is a chunin. I know some guys that are still obsessed with her like this one dude named Tenchi. Replied, don't worry, Kiba, I will protect her with my life. I think I made a good impression on people who mess with me when I dated your mother. Kiba was shaking. Please? Don't mention my mom and the word date in the same sentence, I rather not have any mental images of you two doing anything sexual. Okay, Kiba, I will spare you the details, Naruto said with a laugh. Thanks, Naruto. Kiba said, and Sume entered at that moment, saying, hello, Naruto.kun. What's up, Sume-chan? Asked Naruto through a smile. Sume responded, nothing much, it has been quite boring besides the fact that we screwed Yasha over a bit. Naruto replied, on my side, it has been quite interesting. Yugo Uzuki is our sensei. Sume responded, I know, Kiba would not stop talking about how you actually got Yugo to get out in the opening, getting Hinata, Akamaru and himself hit her. Naruto replied, I just got her in the opening. Even though I was evaluated earlier, that doesn't mean I have to sit back and watch my teammates fight. If I can help, I will help regardless of my sensei's orders. Lives are more important than a mission. Sume reflected, he is quite mature for his age, almost like Minato.kun. She continued, it is good that you value that, Naruto.kun. I just hope the idiot villagers can see that quality in you. According to Naruto, I highly doubt it, people can be very ignorant when it comes to power. That ignorance leads to fear, then to anger, then to hate, and lastly suffering. I don't care if they don't accept it, but as long as there is one person who accepts me, then I will be fine. Well, Kiba said, I am going to practice with Akamaru. Those moves were a bit hard to do. Sume nodded and grinned at him. Don't worry, Kiba. It took me a year to get good at capoeira. Just keep practicing and eventually you will be able to get it down. Kiba nodded and departed the room as Hana, dressed in a black dress and high heels, emerged downstairs. She wore a small golden chain around her neck, all the way to the edge of her breast valley, and a pearl bracelet on her left hand. As she teased her daughter, Sume remarked, wow, somebody went all out tonight. Ka-san, not in front of the date, said Hana. Naruto grinned. It's okay, I am flattered that you took so much time to impress me, Hana-chan. With a slight flush, Hana said, I hope you are not angry with me for taking so much time. Naruto grinned. Not at all, Hana-chan. I think that it was worth the wait, now shall we? Both Naruto and Hana blushed a little, and Hana objected. Ka-san. Sume yelled, now Naruto.kun. I want her back safe and sound. And with her virginity intact. Hana nodded, and Naruto stood up to accompany her out the door. Naruto responded, I will do as you ask, Sume-chan. But for the last one, I am not sure about myself. The implication made Hana flush, and the two of them strolled to another eatery. Naruto said, table for 2 by Namikaze. The waiter said, Naruto-san, right this way, after raising his head. After guiding them to a table, the waiter sat them down. As they waited for their food to arrive, Naruto said, so Hana, tell me about yourself. Replied, well, I am a veterinarian and prefer to care for animals. I am a chunin and partnered up with 3 ninja dogs called the Haimaru brothers. I enjoy long walks in the park and just nature in general. I also like to hang out with my friends, right now. I am the only one in the group that is still a Chunin. Like an Inazaka, I am very loyal to friends and family, but it seems I have inherited my father's slow to anger unlike my mother and brother. I dislike traitors, disrespect, rapists, pedophiles, etc. I would like to know more about you, Naruto.kun. Naruto replied, well, me. I am a genin with power to fight on par with the average jonin. I like walking in the forest and looking at the moon. I don't know why, but it makes me feel peaceful. I have a no-nonsense attitude in contrast to my former self 6 years ago. I prefer to live my life as I should other than being manipulated by old fools like those on the council. I have no friends, only allies at the moment, but in time I will get to know my teammates and other friends that I seem to have gained during my absence. I have inherited my father's resourcefulness along with my mother's style for ninjutsu. I have trained myself in taijutsu, had to infiltrate Kumo to get some of their jutsu and can dispel genjutsu by will. I dislike Konoha for its ignorance, but I will protect it because of my friends that live here. The waiter then arrived and served them. Naruto ordered a medium rare steak seasoned with herbs and lemon pepper, while Hana ordered spaghetti and meatballs. They discussed a variety of topics, including music, art, and other topics, while they were eating together. Before she had to train and be prepared to succeed her brother as the next head of the Inazaka clan at the age of 15, Naruto learned that Hana had sung when she was younger. Naruto is 13 and she is 18 years old. As soon as they had finished speaking, the restaurant was about to close. Hana said, oh, wow, it is getting late. Naruto smirked and said, we better get you home before Sume-chan thinks I am taking your virginity. The image of Naruto torturing her as an alpha ought to made Hana flush. She thought, I wouldn't mind that at all. Oh, is Hana thinking dirty thoughts about me? Naughty little minx. Naruto teased her after noticing her flush. Hana responded, no way. The girl pouted and slightly protruded her bottom lip as the former Jinchuriki laughed at her. Naruto led her out the door and said, come on, let's go. The warm air surrounded the two as they walked home under the stars. Just a few yards from the Inazaka compound, Naruto came to a sudden halt. Hana, said Naruto. With a grim expression, Hana muttered, I know, I smell them. Can I help you, gentlemen? Naruto asked without turning around. The former Jinchuriki cocked his head slightly to the side and saw that roughly 7 ninjas of Chunin level were standing behind him. One of them replied, you can start by leaving the girl with us. We will take care of her from here. After turning to face the thugs, the Namikaze said, I don't think she wants to go with you. With a kunai in hand, the spokesperson said, it is not a request. A friend of ours told us to fetch her. As Hana tried to put on a front, the group started to pull out tantos and kunai menacingly. Naruto said, well, tell that friend that Hana-chan doesn't want to go to him. I am not leaving her with you. Naruto replied, Hana-chan, don't move. You can't move well in that dress of yours. It seems that I will have to take care of this. After adjusting the cuffs on his sleeves, Naruto assumed the Mishima-style stance and uttered the words, koi, in a monotone. Boys, let's teach him not to mess with us. We can take him, the spokesperson said. The men charged at Naruto, and the Namikaze heir stepped aside to strike a thug in the stomach with the back of his fist before striking the thug in the face with the palm of his hand. Naruto thought, I guess they didn't see my performance. No matter, I better not hurt them badly or else I will have the council on my ass and Yasha. Teme will make an excuse to have sex with me as punishment. He then swerved to the side, where a thug's tanto stabbed him, and the knife hand sliced his wrist, forcing him to drop it. He took hold of the man and essentially knocked him out by driving his knee into the solar plexus. With the remaining 5, Naruto returned to his stance, his gaze flitting between the thugs to determine who would initiate contact. Before he could hit, Naruto moved as the one on his right side stiffened. As the thug's chin shot upward, he struck him with an elbow and an uppercut. 2 then approached from behind and began slashing at Naruto's legs, but he turned around and kicked them in the back. Naruto landed on his back as the thugs landed face forward, but as he was getting up, he performed an izumi by putting both of his feet in the face of the thug. Are you going to run or join your fate with your friends? The devil gene wielder asked, shaking the dirt from his clothes and glancing at the person in front of him. The thug was uncertain of himself, but his resolve returned rapidly when he recalled his friend's request and the threat it contained if they had failed. Naruto stood motionless for a moment as the thug advanced, but he then sidestepped to the left and extended his right arm, causing the thug to clothesline himself. The thug landed on his back after briefly flipping in the air. After arching his back and moaning in agony, the thug heard Hana let out a painful gasp. As Naruto turned to face Hana, he He saw that the spokesman had trapped her and that a kunai was perilously near her throat. The thug commanded, "Let me go now or she will get hurt." "You wouldn't dare. Your friend requested her to be brought to him," Naruto stated, and the spokesperson responded, "Yes, but I am sure he wouldn't mind if she was a little damaged. As long as her versus card is still there, then she will be fine." His shoulder was exposed, and Naruto's eyes narrowed. He had a thug's kunai in his hand to his left. Naruto reassured her, saying, "Hana-chan, don't move. I will get you out of this mess." Hana nodded and said, "Good, because this guy smells like rotten eggs. I am going to need a long shower after this." Naruto nodded and gave the thug a chilly, cerulean look, which made the thug shiver. The former Jinchuriki then kicked the kunai up with his foot before jumping into the air and kicking it in the direction of the thug's shoulder. When the kunai struck its target, the thug let go of Hana and let out a painful howl. After giving him a quick shove to the stomach, Hana struck his jawbone with her fist. She then clapped her hands on his ears, which confused him, and then she slashed at the thug's chest, causing cuts to rip his vest and ninja mail shirt. Her hand then changed into claws. She pushed his head, causing the man to fall to the ground in the fetal position, and she drove her knee hard into the ninja's groin, sending him to the ground in shock. Whistling as he surveyed her work, Naruto said, "Wow, remind me to never get you mad." Hana replied, "All Inazakas have a temper, but mine is a bit slower." "Kage Bunshin no Jutsu!" exclaimed Naruto, and 8 clones materialized. 7 of them picked up the men, while the 8th was dispatched to inform the Hokage of the altercation. "Now, without any interruption, let's get you home," Naruto replied. Hana replied, "I wonder why Ka-san didn't come to get us. Her sense of smell is way better than mine." The previous Jinchuriki responded, "Easy, she knows that we can take care of ourselves. I am Jonin level in skill while you are Chunin level. The people that would harass me are usually civilians, 2% of the Genin, 60% of the Chunin and 28% of the Jonin. Mostly we would be encountering Chunin since they are the majority of those who hate me for my tenant." Hana replied, "They are fools to mess with you. From the stories that Ka-san told me, your father was the best seal master in Konohagakure, and since we don't know the seal's properties, damaging it would be fatal to us. I mean, if the seal had ran on your willpower and your spirit had broken earlier, we would have all died because of the villagers' stupidity. I'm glad that you had not decided to take revenge despite the majority's idiot actions." According to Naruto, some people are worth saving. I don't blame the innocent, just the council. They have walked over Hokage.G too much, but finally he has taken that power back. Sume was waiting in the living room when they entered the compound. The Inazaka matriarch said, "Hello, you two. I trust you had fun, especially with that workout." "As a matter of fact, yes, we did," stated Hana. "It was excellent," Sume said. Hana looked at Naruto and said, "Thank you for the date, Naruto.kun. It was very entertaining. I would like to go on another one sometime again." "I will phone in the verdict," Naruto said with a smile. After giving Naruto a cheek kiss, the Chunin left Sume and Naruto alone and went upstairs to her room to take a shower. According to Sume, "She likes you." Naruto replied, "So do I. She is different than you and the rest of the Inazaka clan. I see where she gets her beauty from." "You have such a way with words, Naruto.kun, Sume remarked. He kissed her, more or less. "I better go. I have to wake up earlier for our first mission." "I will see you around, Naruto.kun, Sume said with a nod. "Oh, believe me, I will be in the council room a lot, especially with this incident," the former Jinchuriki said. After a few months, Team Azuki, also called Team 8, outperformed the other rookie teams thanks to Yugo Azuki's guidance and their outstanding teamwork. To Yugo's surprise, Naruto assumed the position of second in command without any opposition. Because it was in their canine blood, the Inazaka clan always challenged others for leadership roles when they were on a team, but Kiba never did. To learn their individual styles, Naruto drilled Kiba, Akamaru, and Hinata into the ground. Kiba changed, becoming less impulsive and impatient. He also never lost his cool when Akamaru was hurt or knocked out during a fight. In that situation, Naruto ensured Kiba remained composed. The Inazaka demonstrated mastery of the capoeira dance style, and with the aid of Shikaku no Jutsu, his extended claws caused stinging cuts to divert the opponent's attention. Hinata has grown more attractive and self-assured than she was 3 months ago, when she was shy. She was dressed in tight black Anbu style pants and a lavender shirt with the Hyuga clan symbol on the back. She was proficient in both the Kazama and Juken styles of self-defense thanks to Naruto's assistance. Each of them had their own weaponry as well. Hinata had twin knives with a hole for the pointer finger to grasp the knife, and Kiba had claw gauntlets. As for the other teams, Team 7 passed their test, but Team 10 and Team 11, which included Amy Karara, Jashiro Yukimura, and Keiko Nomura, did not. Fortunately, Sakura was offered his food to pass by Sasuke. As Team Izuki approached their instructor, they met her fiancé, Gekko Hayate, a famous swordsman who has a persistent cough because one of Kiri's ninjas used boil release to launch a fiery mist, which he obviously inhaled. With an authoritative tone, Yugo said, "Okay, team, let's go and get a C-rank mission." Kiba exclaimed, "Finally, something other than chasing that damn cat." Hinata remarked, "I agree. We are now prepared for the next level." As Sarutobi completed assigning a random team to Hokage Tower, Team Izuki entered the structure. He smiled and said, "Ah, Kiba, Naruto, Hinata and Yugo, here for a mission?" "Yes, I feel that my team is ready to handle a C-rank mission," Yugo replied. Sarutobi glanced at them and took a scroll from the C-labeled pipe, saying, "Yes, I was wondering when you were going to ask. Your mission is to escort this caravan holding precious jewels to Shinjuku. You will be guarding Tamaki-san. I am Mocha Tamaki, pleased to meet you." Team 8 bowed to the woman and said, "Pleased to meet you, Mocha-san." The woman had dark skin, was wearing a red Chinese dress, had black hair with blonde highlights, and hazel eyes, Chun Li-style dress. "May I ask each of your names?" Mocha asked them with a smile. "Hinata Hyuga, Kiba Inazaka, Naruto Namikaze, Yugo Izuki." "Thank you," as Hokage. Sama stated, "You will be transferring the sacred jewels of Subaru to Shinjuku. It is highly likely that bandits will come and attack our caravan, maybe low-level ninja." In response, Kiba said, "Don't worry, we are the team suited for this mission, we will protect you with our lives." Akamaru gave an affirmative yip, and Naruto and Hinata nodded in agreement. Well, and Inazaka with manners, it has been a long time since I have seen that happen." Mocha smiled lovingly at Kiba, who blushed a little. Yugo then said, "Okay, Team 8, pack for a 5-day mission and meet at the East Gate at 1300 hours." The three Genin all yelled, "Hi!" together. While Kiba and Hinata used a standard shunshin, Naruto used a special black feather shunshin. At the moment, they were developing a unique shunshin of their own. Namikaze Complex. Naruto carried his bladed tonfas in his wristbands with seals embroidered on them, and he packed his belongings into 2 scrolls. He was dressed in faded black trousers and black shoes made by Adidas, an Eastern company. Additionally, his abdomen was covered in white bandages that only partially exposed his abs. He looked at his photo with his parents and muttered, "I will see you later, wish me luck," as he carried his pack with the scrolls that contained his clothes, tent, and other necessities. After turning on the security seals and traps, the Namikaze left the room in case someone foolish tried to break in and take his Uzumaki seals and family secrets. In addition to helping him with his legendary Hiraishin Jutsu, his mother was more skilled in Fuinjutsu than his father. Kiba and Akamaru packed their belongings and were telling Sume about it at the Inazaka residence. "So you are taking Tamaki-chan's caravan too, eh?" "Yeah, who was the rude Inazaka that she had last time?" "It was your cousin, Shun." The little idiot was a lecher and tried to cop a feel. Needless to say, he got his ass kicked by her, his parents and his little sister. It was hilarious. "Wow," Kiba grinned. "Ah, does someone have a crush on Mocha-chan?" "No," Kiba stammered, blushing. A recognizable voice, with a hint of humor, said, "Wow, never thought that I would ever see the day that Kiba Inazaka would do a stutter worthy of Hinata Hyuga." Naruto was waiting outside Kiba's bedroom when Sume and Kiba turned around. Keeping his face flushed, Kiba said, "Shut up, Naruto." "What? It's funny, don't worry, I think she is only in her early 20s, you got a chance if you play your cards right." "How do you think I got your mother and sister to like me?" asked Naruto, and Sume grinned. In a whisper, Kiba said, "That damn clan restoration act, that is how." At his misfortune, Naruto grinned and asked, "Well, are you ready to go?" "Yeah, let's go pick up Hinata." Sume replied, "You two be careful, if you don't come back in one piece, I will kill you both when I go to hell." Naruto and Kiba said casually, Yeah. While Naruto kissed Sume for a long time, Kiba left the room. The matriarch of Inazaka muttered, "Take care of him." "If I have to, I know he can take care of himself, both of them, I help him train himself to the man he is," replied Naruto, "and don't worry about me, I can kick anybody's ass except yours." Sume gave a growl. "Damn straight," Kiba's voice boomed, "Dude, stop making out with my mother." "Damn, This is why I hate mushy stuff. In response, Naruto said, so says the teammate that has a crush on our client. Fuck you, Naruto, Kiba said after there was a pause. I win, Naruto grinned ferociously. Hyuga manner. While waiting for her teammates to come get her, Hinata noticed Naruto and Kiba approaching her outside her manor. Hinata approached them and said, hello, boys. Hey, Hinata. Well, let's get going or we will be late, Kiba replied. Then, in front of the three of them, Heishi and Hanabi said, make sure that you three be safe. Heishi smiled in amusement, and Hanabi and Hinata both giggled a little at Naruto's antics as he saluted him and said, yes, sir. We will come back in tip-top shape and if not, may I be hit with a giant log? Kiba replied, adding to that, may we be pecked to death by a giant chicken called Clucky. Heishi responded, I will hold you to that, Private Inazaka, dismissed. Oh, crap, Hyuga. Sama is not stoic anymore, it is the apocalypse. Run! Hide your kids. Hide your wife, Naruto screamed. While Hanabi shuffled her feet for a few seconds before rashly kissing Naruto on the cheek and running back inside with a hot flush, Heishi shook his head and went back inside. Wow, she is like a younger you, Hinata, feeling ashamed, she said, Naruto.kun. Naruto remarked, what? She is, the blushing, but at least she didn't faint. Hinata slapped his arm playfully. Hinata sulked as she remarked, she is not like me. On the way to the gates, Naruto and Kiba chuckled at the expression on her face. The gates. 10 minutes early, the Genin arrived at the gates and waited until Yugo and Mocha arrived with a big wagon that contained a chest and a big crystal. What is this power I am feeling? It feels holy, Naruto thought as he felt something stirring inside of him. Hinata inquired inquisitively, Naruto, are you okay? Oh, yeah, I am fine, are we ready to go? To which Yugo replied, we are, let's go, Team 8. While Yugo was in the back of the wagon and Naruto and Hinata stood on either side, Kiba stood close to Mocha in the front. Kiba inquired, so, Mocha, how long have you been doing this? She responded, this is my 3rd year in doing this actually, it is biannual and I started when I was 16. The jewels are delivered to the temple, which was erected by a mysterious man back in the days of the first Hokage. He gave to the monk, saying that they were sacred and must be protected until the one who can break the crystal comes. Nobody has broken the crystal yet, Kiba remarked. Sadly, no, Mocha said, shaking her head. At that moment, Akamaru barked, and Kiba's eyes narrowed. The Inazaka then puffed up his chest and said, then I will be the one to break the crystal. Mocha laughed at his antics and said, maybe, Kiba.san. Mocha, stay close to me. At that moment, several bandits emerged and surrounded them. One of them, who was clearly the group's purported leader, said, all right, hand over the cart and we won't hurt you at all. How about this, we kick all of your asses and keep the cart, Kiba replied. The leader struck Kiba with his rusty broadsword and remarked, wrong choice, kid. The Inazaka punched the man in the face after catching it by the blade with his gauntlets. As Naruto assumed his Mishima style, Hinata produced her 2 knives. Yugo attacked the bandits after drawing her katana. With lightning speed, Hinata cut through the crowd, rendering the tendons useless. Yugo took no prisoners, and even if they recovered, they wouldn't be able to walk normally. Leaping into the air, the former Anbu cut at one of the bandits' weapons. He screamed in agony as he clutched his stump after his arm was severed from the elbow downward. Yugo gave a slight smirk before stabbing a man in the stomach and blocking his knife. To make sure Mocha wasn't scratched, she threw the body at a gathering of people who were encircling Kiba and a changed Akamaru as they performed their Gatsuga technique. In order to force a man to stab himself, Naruto ducked beneath his sword and grabbed his arm behind his back. Another bandit twisted in the air and fell to the ground as he performed a roundhouse kick. Fuden. Rasenkatama. Naruto yelled as he flipped through hand signals, causing the wind to spin and crash into a crowd. The unseen wind blades cut into the bandits' bodies, causing them to scream in agony. Retreat! Retreat! Yelled the bandit leader, clutching his broken nose, as the remaining bandits dragged their dead and hobbled off. The Inazaka blushed and said, it was nothing. Kiba was about to chase them, but Yugo said, Kiba, let them go, they have learned their lesson with messing with us. Mocha said, that was amazing. Thank you for protecting me, Kiba.kun. The Inazaka heir glared at Naruto and Hinata as they laughed at Kiba's blush and crush on Mocha. Mocha responded, well, let's continue, we need to get there early, so we can start the festival of breaking the crystal. Naruto was thinking, something tell me that we have not seen the last of the bandits as of yet. Bandit camp. The masked leader asked, so, Jinta, Did you get the crystal? No, my lord, we failed. The caravan was protected by a group of ninja. They are highly skilled, especially the purple-haired one. The leader turned to the curtain and saw the silhouette of a blonde woman wearing a purple military suit. I see, I think it is time to hire an assassin's touch. Do you think? He asked. Told you that you would need my services, Riku-san, she replied. Of course I would be needing your services, Jinta. Do you know what their skills are? Said the recently appointed Riku. Yes, they have a Hyuga, Inazaka and Unknown boy, but his taijutsu is amazing. The female assassin said, oh, a challenge? Well, this should be fun. Before leaving, Riku. Sama, are you sure that we could trust her? Jinta said in a whisper. No, that is why I have a backup plan, just in case she decides to skip out of the plan. After all, she is the legendary Nina Williams. Nina W. Williams, are you sure that is her? I thought she was dead. I thought so too, until I found her trail connected to her style. She leaves her opponents with a broken neck. I had to call a favor from my brother to find her and bring her to me. Why did she take the job though? Her price must be expensive. I am giving her the rest of the jewels. I want the crystal, so I can hold it for ransom from all of the temple, since they all considered it sacred for some reason. Now, tend to your broken nose and get ready to move. We will be going to Shinjuku to attack. Riku replied with a sneer. Yes, Lord Riku. Jinta bowed, and the man departed the tent. Riku pondered, HMPH. I know that the prophecy says whoever breaks the crystal will be able to control the world itself. That person will be me. Only the bandits close to Riku's tent heard his evil chuckle, which swiftly turned into an evil laugh. When Team Izuki arrived in Shinjuku, they found people working hard, setting up booths, and decorating and lighting the town. Akamaru barked in agreement as Kiba exclaimed, wow, you guys are going to have a nice party, ain't you? Mocha replied, yes, it is because we host the biggest festival in this area. Interesting, Naruto responded, that way, every person that wants to break the crystal arrives here. When does that event happen? It happens at midnight, the festival will start at 8. So you guys can enjoy the festival, Mocha said. Well, it is perfect. I could get some alone time with Hinata. I can guess that Kiba will be with Mocha-san at that time and Yugo. Sensei. I have absolutely no idea what she will be doing at all unless she is protecting the jewels. Naruto was thinking to himself. Alright. Team 8, the festival will be starting in 2 hours, so I want you guys to help Mocha-san or any others to get the festival ready in time. Then you three can enjoy the festival. Yugo gave the order. Together, the three exclaimed, hi, and immediately got to work repairing the booths, eateries, games, and lights. When Mocha removed the crystal from the tarp, Naruto believed he caught 2 glimpses of people, and his devil gene flinched in alarm. Are there 2 humans in there? Either they are powerful priestesses or something. Their power must be outstanding enough to make my bloodline shrink back. It is almost as if it actually fears it for some reason. I wonder why, but it looks like to see the reason is to break that crystal and find out myself. The previous Jinchuriki pondered. The festival began 2 hours later, and as Naruto had predicted, Kiba remained by Mocha's side while Akamaru and Yugo left, leaving Naruto and Hinata by themselves. I did say I was going to take you up on a date. Looks like this will do, huh, Hinata? Hinata questioned, really? But I am not dressed prop. Hinata, the two of them said, it doesn't matter how you were dressed. As long as you were with the person that you were interested in, everyone wouldn't care less. Now let's go and take a look around. They enjoyed takoyaki, played games against one another, and generally had a good time while touring the festival. Well, that was fun, Hinata said, laughing, while holding a plush wolf. Naruto smiled whimsically and remarked, you are lucky that I let you win. She smiled and shot back, oh, really, you let me win? You were fumbling around on how to use the water gun. After a brief chuckle, the Hyuga princess joined the former Jinchuriki. Step right up, come and face the beautiful yet deadly Nina Williams. Announcing it, survive in the ring against her for 10 minutes and win a prize. Naruto gazed upon the prize, a stunning sword. Naruto thought to himself, I guess it would probably help me in the future. Naruto said, I think I might do that. Hinata replied, okay. Naruto-kun, just don't get too injured, alright? I still need to kick your ass in the rest of the games. We have a new challenger. What is your name, son? The announcer asked as Naruto entered the ring, grinning at her. Naruto Uzumaki. You hear it, folks, Naruto Uzumaki has the balls to face off against Nina Williams. Let's get things started. Ready? Fight. When Naruto assumed the Mishima stance, Nina reacted oddly by clutching her head while being tormented by suppressed memories of her standing next to someone who had previously employed the same stance as him. Jin, Kazama, Nina muttered. Overhearing her, Naruto remarked, "You know him, Nina-san?" Nina responded, I did. He was my employer once, but then, I can't remember. He changed to capoeira and Nina was struck by memories once more, this time of a bronze-colored man with dreadlocks that were typically pulled back in a ponytail. She has amnesia. I wonder, maybe. Eddie Gordo. We were partners under Jin Kazama. Asuka, Jun Kazama, those two were part of his family, but he never wanted them close because of his demonic power, she muttered as she moved into the Kazama stance. Naruto thought in disbelief, this is impossible, she must be over 100 years old, but she looks like she is in her late 20s. Naruto muttered, looks like I have no choice, but to fight her and find out, as Nina abruptly recovered her composure and assumed her stance once more. In an instant, the former Jinchuriki released his hold on Nina's arm, blocking her blow to his collarbone and using her forearm as leverage to deliver a hard palm strike to her chest. As Naruto attempted to grapple her, she instinctively put her foot out, causing her to fall to the ground. Naruto used his fist to stay in the game after the Devil Gene Possessor was thrown back. The former Jinchuriki dodged Nina's attempt at a flying kick and kicked her face, causing the assassin's head to lurch to the left. The Namikaze then knelt down, gave her an electrifying uppercut to the chin, and kicked her shins in a twister. Like motion. Knowing that it wasn't over, Naruto stood prepared as Nina fell on her back. Nina deliberately leaned back and fell to the ground as he delivered his uppercut, completely avoiding the blow. Of course, you would know that move, she was the bodyguard of Jin for a few years at best. Okay, she knows all of them already, so it looks like I am stuck with the academy style with a few modifications. He reflected on the change. Nina sidestepped and threw a jab, but Naruto ducked and kicked her torso after spinning a back fist into her face. After avoiding the fist and catching the kick in her stomach, Nina grimaced in agony and was on the verge of breaking Naruto's arm when Naruto punched her in the face. The timer sounded as she stepped back. When the fight was over, the audience cheered and clapped in excitement. Ladies and gentlemen, our winner is Naruto Uzumaki, surviving against the incredible Nina Williams. Naruto was given the sword, but he tried to find Nina, who briefly appeared before blending in with the crowd. He thought to himself, damn it, she is gone, but something tells me that I haven't seen the last of her at all. To her crush, fiancé, Hinata said, Naruto-kun, are you okay? Yeah, I am fine, but that woman, she just left me with more questions than answers. Do you want me to find her? Hinata inquired. No, if you use the Byakugan, it might alert a bandit or Rouge ninja to our presence and compromise the mission. Besides, I have a feeling that Nina will be back to see me again. It is almost like the feeling I have with the crystal. The crystal? What do you mean? Asked Hinata. Yes, that crystal holds tremendous power and my bloodline gave me the notion that it fears that power. Plus I think I saw two women trapped inside of it. The Hyuga heiress responded, if that is so, then maybe you are the one to break it. We should find Yugo, sensei. The two went to find their sensei after Naruto gave them a silent nod, but they were unaware that Nina was observing them. Naruto Uzumaki, who are you and how do you know the fighting styles of the people of my past? She mused. Within 30 minutes, Naruto and Hinata located their sensei by the crystal and informed them of Naruto's response to it. So you have a reaction to it, maybe you can break the crystal. Wait until midnight, then we will see. Naruto and Hinata were able to complete their date and grew closer over the course of the following few hours. Everyone gathered to watch the crystal at midnight, and Mocha danced around it with a few other girls. The elegance and beauty were admired by all, but Kiba was startled out of his partner's reverie by Akamaru's gentle breaking. What? Poison? Where? The Inuzuka looked up and saw a bandit on the roof after Akamaru growled and barked twice. With haste, Kiba put on his gauntlets and scaled the roof of a restaurant to confront the man threatening to harm the dancers. Attack! Was yelled. When the bandits suddenly entered and the populace fled in fear, Naruto exclaimed, look like our cover is compromising. Now we fight. He pulled out the sword he had won and entered the battle with his sensei and his fiancée, if she would allow it. After cutting through one person's throat, Naruto stabbed another in the chest. After kicking one away, the Jinchuriki cut open a bandit's stomach, allowing his intestines to spill out. He took hold of the intestines and, like a human mace, knocked the ones around him with the bandit's dead weight. The weight of the dead bandit and the speed at which it was traveling sent bandits flying into stands or killing them. The bandit flew into a group focused on catching his sensei after Naruto cut his intestine. For a moment, he saw Kiba fiercely fighting one of the bandits who had previously approached them. Then, He heard Mocha scream and sheathed his sword to see her guarding the crystal while a man Naruto thought was the leader was approaching her with a menacing gait. "Get away, girl. I shall be the one to break that crystal. He who breaks the crystal shall rule the world with its hidden power, and I will be that ruler." "You must be the leader, who sent those bandits earlier. Who are you?" Naruto said icily as he kicked the leader in the face. "I don't think so. I'm Riku, leader of the Grudge Bandits. You must be the boy with the amazing taijutsu that Jinta warned me about. I suggest that you get out of my way, whoever you are, boy. I am Naruto Uzumaki and I suggest that you leave this crystal out of your personal purposes or I will kill you." When Riku yelled, "Nina!" the blonde assassin emerged, and Riku commanded, "Deal with this nuisance while I collect my prize." Naruto turned to face Nina after noticing that Kiba had killed Jinta and had moved to Mocha's place. "Why lower yourself to work for him?" he asked. Nina punched Naruto, but Naruto dodged and delivered a Shaolin spin kick, sending Nina to the ground. "Business is business when it comes to the right price. I am an assassin. I will take any job no matter how gruesome or degrading it is." Naruto assumed the Jeet Kune Do stance and bounced around. "Your style, which consists of grapples, kicks, and throws, is too erratic and perplexing for you to perform many throws or grapples. You may have more experience than me, but I am faster than you." Naruto approached Nina and quickly disoriented her with a machine gun punch, striking her in the face, chest, and stomach before running up on her and flipping, breaking her ribs with his feet planted first in her abdomen. Following Nina's agonized gasp, the former Jinchuriki heard Mocha yell, "Kiba-kun." The Grudge Bandits' leader kicked Kiba away after the Inuzuka fell to the ground, clutching his wound after Riku managed to stab him in the stomach. "And now, your power belongs to me," Riku said, laughing. He slammed his fist into the crystal, but it didn't break and Riku shouted in surprise, "What? Did it fail?" He rounded on Mocha and grabbed her by the hair and sneered, "You wench. You must have sealed it. Please undo it and explain how to open it." Mika gave him a disgusted look and said, "I won't ever tell you, you monster. I just put no seal on it. Your heart is black as the night sky and tainted with the blood of the innocent, and that crystal is only supposed to shatter the pure of heart. You will then die," Riku said as he threw her to the ground. However, Naruto grabbed the blade and yelled, "You first, you bitch." He killed Riku instantly by driving his palm into the base of his nose, which sent cartilage into the frontal lobe of his brain. "Only the pure of heart can break this crystal," Naruto muttered as he glanced at the crystal and noticed that his devil gene mark was flashing purple. "But I don't consider myself pure of heart, so why do you react to me at all?" "Asuka and Jun Kazama, but that is impossible. Jin told me that ogre killed his mother," Nina said to herself as he touched the base of it, causing the crystal to light up and shatter, revealing two women she recognized. "The Kazama clan, the wielders of the angel gene, and I am the one who supposedly controls them. This is very weird as hell," Naruto remarked after capturing both of the women. Looking up briefly from her treatment of Kiba, Mocha remarked, "You are the chosen one, Naruto-san. Finally, my word here is done. Hee. All the good things always happen to you, Naruto," Kiba said, smiling weakly. "Hey, how are you? I think you also discovered something positive. You don't get to be treated by a gorgeous woman every day. Additionally, Kiba, I can tell that Mocha-san really likes you." With a flush, Mocha questioned, "Was I really that obvious?" "No, but I noticed the hidden changes and it seems that the crystal's excess power granted your good service a reward." Naruto grinned as he thought, "I have a feeling that my life has gotten more interesting." Mocha cried out in tears of joy when he saw that she was younger and somewhat shorter than she had been in her teens. Naruto brought Jun, Asuka, and the injured Nina to his house after a week, when Team Mizuki and Mocha returned to the village. As he continued to treat Nina, she questioned, "What are you healing me, Uzumaki? You have more information about those two than I do, so in my opinion, you are just a person caught in a friendly crossfire. Your employer is dead, so your job is done. Before we gradually introduce them to the laws of this world, they will be able to identify you when they awaken." After Jun started to move, Naruto remarked, "We better go and greet Jun-san." Naruto gently pushed Jun back when she attempted to stand up, saying, "Don't try to move just yet, Jun Kazama. You and your niece have been trapped in a crystal for a fairly long time." "Who are you? How did you figure out my name?" she inquired. "My name is Naruto Namikaze, formerly known as Naruto Uzumaki, and I have a friend named Nina Williams who has faced you in a tournament a few times. Do you remember her?" "Yes, Nina Williams. I did fight her in the Iron Fist tournament too," Jun retorted. "What took place?" "After some time, I happened upon your son's journal. He fought against Azazel, the Devil Gene's originator, and sacrificed his devil half to kill it, according to his most recent journal entry. He then fought against Kazuya and killed him as well, before ultimately vanishing from the world after defeating the devil. He used that plan to try to stop the devil Jin. Kazuya killed his grandfather Heihachi before Jin could reach him. Jun replied, "So at last the devil Jin is gone at last." Not quite, you see. A man by the name of Sado Kazuya became a monster known as the Kyuubi after he gave in to the devil gene that was concealed in his DNA. Fortunately, the devil gene is dormant except for a select few. He was sealed into a person known as the Rikudo Sennin, but when he passed away, he unintentionally passed it on to his son. The Uchiha clan and the Senju clan are the only two clans. To a certain degree, the Uchiha can activate it, but after that, they go blind, and the Senju is reduced to just me. So that was why the devil gene was feeling so afraid. Your clan has the power to suppress the devil gene, he said, activating it before Jun touched his cheek, erasing the features. Jun replied, "Yes, I was able to prevent my son from being possessed by the devil because of this power. Regretfully, you are unable to openly express or demonstrate this ability. There are corrupt people in this world, and they despise me because, a few years ago, I harbored a demon." Demon? Looks like I have some explaining to do. Jun was a little annoyed that people would do such things to a child and remarked, "So the only way to survive in this world is by fighting." Naruto spent the next 2 hours explaining chakra, ninja, the military dictatorship's rule, and his own life. Not necessarily, but yes, there are some who do everyday things like my suitor Hana. Chan, she is a part-time veterinarian. Asuka awoke abruptly and asked, "Where am I?" Jun. "Obaa. Chan. Are you still alive? Where are we and who is that kid?" Both Naruto and Jun filled her in on their previous explanation and Asuka smiled as she cracked her knuckles. "So fighting is good here? Hey, I'd like to be a ninja." With a sly smile, Naruto said, "Yes, we will need to register you. Do you want to be a civilian or a ninja?" Jun.san. "Civilian, Naruto.san, fine, I will see Hana. Chan about a job, I noticed your eyes lit up about it when I first mentioned it." "But what about Nina.san?" Asuka inquired. "Oh, her. Knowing a little bit about her, I believe she has already left. She is the kind of person who is distant and cold. It is the assassin's way, and she does it exactly as planned," Naruto remarked, gazing out the window. Nina said, "We will meet again soon." Naruto Namikaze, I don't think I will be able to fit in your world just yet, as she touched her bandaged side and turned to face the village outside Konoha gates.
That's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this great story. See you in the next one.